supplies from? My dad gets his from Murrabit Trading, and Mum says he gets a special price because he orders so much. They even bring it to our farm. Dad said he just calls Murrabit Trading and they do the rest, but not the tractor work, because that's his job.
On 3SH, Central Murray Live, for Holds Mitsubishi, Hyundai and Isuzu Ute.
This is our family, the Lee Curtis, Sarah Stevenson, Saturn Van Unit, and Oxford Curtis. Firstly, I just want to begin acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land around our league and recognise the continuing connection to land, water and community. I pay my respects to them and their cultures and to the elders both past and present. I'd like all supporters and spectators to be upstanding and renew their hats for the national anthem.
Absolutely, mate.
You've got to take the risk.
Yeah. I mean, it's what are they saying? Cricket. You know, you think will you bat? Oh, we'll bat.
Yeah.
Same with the breeze.
Yeah. Well,
you just take it.
You can always defend. I always like to be the defensive side, even kicking against the breeze. If you've got a 2 or 3, 4 goal lead, even though the goal it might be a 5-goal win,
throw them back.
Yeah. You're going forward.
Hang on, Curno's coming. Oh, he was going to come around.
He's going just ran up towards Free to see whether Reece Free thought, oh well, he might be my man today, but he's not.
I think he wished him all the best.
Yeah, he might have done that as Hayes will be the man, or will Lockie Ross looks like he's going to man up on Reece Free. No, Curno's going back there. They're playing a few games.
And Runciman to full forward at the other end, immediately picked up by Patterson, of course, as you'd expect down there. And Coon have got an extra back, I would suggest, Stewie. It looks like they've got a double team going at centre half back there.
Yes, it does, mate. I'm just waving to the umpire there and letting him know that we're okay.
Tyson Finlay, I think, is the loose at the moment.
Yeah, yes, he is.
Righto, here we go. 2022 Grand Final about to get underway. Thanks to Blue Sky Outdoor Experts. Noel Watson with the start of the game.
Archard gets the first tap down, pushes it wide, coming through quickly. Gillingham tackle, goes to ground. The ball comes out the back to Clark, who's a long way up the ground already. The ball scoots straight in underneath, and Finlay, the player we mentioned, has the ball out in front of him. So does the co-coach here for Kerrang in Troy. Coach sees the ball over the line. Not for the first time over in the scoreboard. Proc, we are underway in the 2022 Grand Final.
Well, Jesse Clark off the back half. Quick kick in forward. Ball thrown in right on the arch of 50. Bruckman set themselves. Davis got it down. Kelly picked it up. Cut a fresh area. Ball went over towards the line. Oh, got one high.
Yep.
Dived on it. And the umpire says, well, you can have the free kick. Tyson Finlay just making sure that he knows that he's about. And Marty Kelly will go back and well, probably put it to the top of the square. Going to be a difficult shot from there. He'll kick from just outside the arc of 50.
He'll do it.
Outside the line. Gets plenty on it. Top of the square. Big pack. Going up, Hammond takes a good strong mark in front of about 20 metres out from his defensive goal.
Big strong mark taken in by Hammond. Looks left, looks right, comes across dangerously. Ball bobbing around on over the boundary line. That's that dangerous kick across ground. They want to try and go to the fat side, Stewie, but it's risk and not much reward there.
No, that's right, Noel.
Ooh, boundary, throw in. Ruckman set, Archard paddles back. Ball comes to ground straight in underneath. Central umpire jumps on it, says hand it to me, boys.
Yeah. Hahn off the ground. Umpire says give it to me. Throws it in the air. Dalrymple went up. Stagg. Dropped it. It's going to be a free kick though. It's going to go to the big man in Ben Archard for a... No, it isn't going to Ben Archard.
No, it should be.
Helmet. No, it's going back to Archard. Archard will take the free kick and he plays on quickly. Gives it back to Helmet who just goes out wide. Kicks it long. Finds a man on the outer side. They go down the outer side wing. Hammond came over, got it spoiled. Picked up by Nitsky, gave it back towards Stagg. He punched it out. Well, Smith picked it up, stopped. There's going to be a free kick, is it? And it's going back to Nick Stagg on the wing on the outer side of the Swan Hill Recreation Reserve.
Experienced senior player comes back in board to one of the previous coaches of Kerang in Jesse Clark. Look at the press. It's always up to the centre of the ground. His kick drilled, but marked beautifully. It was a hard kick down. And Hammond jumps in, goes with the left boot wide, finds Archard.
Archard on the out of 50, defensive-wise. Chips it wide, didn't make the target. Now he's going to get pinged, held up. Umpire said that no prior, and it will be a ball up on the outer side, half-forward flank for the Blues.
Archard does the ruck work, gets the ball to ground. We're going to hear a lot of that today. Tries to crash the pack, not able to do so. Runciman, as we mentioned, lining up at full forward. Maybe a good tactical move under the conditions, Stewie.
Yeah, he certainly is. I think, Noel, he's right in the square there and got a little bit of room to lead up in.
He's dangerous when he does. Speaking of dangerous, coming through the pack, Hayden Hall with the 40. Grab, not in possession, get a free kick at the back. Now they're playing on quickly with the football. Kerang drilling it down. There he is at the back. Is the ball going to carry the pack? It doesn't. Hangs forward. Players from both sides dive in. Umpire circling. Not going to call anything quickly. Hall tries to push the ball out. Goes the double-handed paddle. Central umpire calls for it. About 15 metres out from the Kerang goal. Nobody has troubled the scorekeeper. I'd love to give you a score on the Blue Sky Outdoor Expert scoreboard. We may soon.
Ball thrown up. Archard gets himself in front, taps it down. Hellman tries to burst through the pack. Kelly, though, was first there, didn't quite get it. Picked up by Gillingham. He gave it off to Riley Smith, who banged it on the boot. It's going to go over the line, out of bounds on the full, and it'll be a free kick in the last line of the defence for Tommy Metherell.
Compliments of Macca's earlier scores. Under 14, Swan Hill defeated Lake Boga. The Colts Kerang went down. Lake Boga big winners, and in the reserves it was Warning by 2 points over Kerang.
Jared Finlay tried to have a bounce. It did not come back at all. Kicked it down. Ross dropped probably what he should have taken. Now quick hand out the back, couldn't hit the target. Who was there was heavy side. Now Donnet for the Kangas. Well, it was a scrubbing kick along the ground. Diving on it was Hellman. He's going to get a free kick. And it will be going to Joel Hellman for the Kangas. About 70 out from his a goal.
Kick to left. Has to be left. It's going to carry a long way across with the breeze. You have to start it almost out of bounds if you want to hit the goals from there. Free kick, dropping the 40.
Yeah, good call.
Absolutely called against Daniel Coates. And the free kick going the way of Kerang. And again, Jesse Clark. These are contender early for our best on.
Goes to Hunter. Josh, that was. Goes down.
Good mark.
Maybe our mark of the day, thanks to Swan Hill High. But Jake Hammond takes a screamer on centre wing right in front of the grandstand. Goes on that left boot. Down towards the big man. And throws Fry. A very nice one from Free, who takes it in front of his defensive man, and he'll chip it out and find Jared Finlay, 55, out from his goal.
Joshy Bird has the 40. Josh will go, surely stay left. Hopefully someone's told him that, because look at the breeze take it across. For those that are listening, that's not good radio, but I'm telling you it has. It's gone right across the face of goal. Quick hands out the back there by Curnow. Sees a teammate loose, and that on the outer side is Smith, who gives it over to Gillingham.
Gillingham now, he just sets, looks inside, goes the handball over the top, heavy side, Donnet on his tail. Eventually gets on that left boot, puts it up and under, gets it down the line. Has it gone over the line out of bounds to the full? It has. Metherell will take the free kick on the outer side for the Kangas.
The kick comes in short. Lovely strong mark taken by Josh Niski. Quick hands over to Smith. They want his leg speed. They're determined to use him. The ball comes out the back. Oh, it's bobbling around. It's loose. A chance here. Quickly. Coates. Left foot. Coates for Kerrang, that is. Swings the ball back in. Four players go hard. And oh, he's called the free kick the other way. Oh, look out. The free kick here will go to Michael Runciman. The mark.
Hunter.
Oh, sorry, it's Hunter. You're right. Clearly taken. And called for high, and Hunter it is who will get up directly in front. The crowd
very unlucky, I think.
Erupted. Sean Hunter, the chance to bring up the first. Badly needed too, I might say, with the breeze. Kicks hard, kicks straight through. And it's a goal goes on the board. Sean Hunter for the Kerrang boys as they move along to one straight. Kuna Kangas kicking into the teeth of a fairly strong breeze yet to score. Blue Sky out to expert scoreboard. Stewie.
Yeah, no, it was a little bit dubious there. I mean, the umpire was in the right position, but I thought he was just holding his ground and took a really good mark, a defensive mark, but the umpire saw it the other way, and obviously Shawnee Hunter, we know, the Rookie of the Year, went back and was able to drill the ball back over the umpire's head for the opening goal of the game.
Well, I thought Josh Bird had actually got himself in a better position, but it was penalised. Ball off the pack. Kelly was there. Couldn't quite get it. Gave it to Gillingham. He wasn't able to keep through. It's going to be a free kick. Gillingham's going to take that free kick for holding the man in the middle of the ground. He'll set himself up. He goes low and hard, finds Nick Stagg just at centre-half forward. Gets called to play on. Now has to bang it deep. Big pack. Dalrymple can't get there. Hunter Runciman was there. Then over the line, out of bounds for a throw into the forward pocket about 5 metres around from the Kerrang goal.
Stewie, 8 minutes into the first.
Yep.
One goal.
Yeah, well, that's right. And Kuna had their chance a minute ago as they worked hard to get the ball up into the breeze.
Blood rule.
But they weren't able to snaggle it. But, yeah, look, Kerrang, it might open a little bit more for them now since they've got that goal. But, you know, they'd be a little bit disappointed at the 8-minute mark and only scored one goal.
Ball back with the boundary umpire. Ready to throw, and does. Lovely big throw, and gives everybody the opportunity. It went straight over the ruckman's head. It went too far. Quick hands out the back there by Dalrymple. Gave it over to a teammate who got the kick down, but a strong effort. Big, strong mark. Oh, is it a free kick, Mark? What's he going to do? He hasn't paid anything. He has now. And Tommy Tomer it was who took the mark. Goes short with a kick and finds a big fella in Benny Archard.
Archard comes out this way. Doesn't hit the kick. Running hard. Attacking it hard was Cook. Couldn't quite get through the pack. Smith held him up. Umpire crosses the arms and says, give it to me and I'll ball it up. Just outside the arc of 50, attacking for the Blues. Big ruckman set themselves again. Archard got up a long way, got the tap down. Jared Finlay was that, come through the pack, picked up there by Davis. He banged it on the boot, failing to get hold of it. Now the Blues throw it around. Nitzke on the end of it, bangs it on the boot, bouncing ball over the top. Touched off the hands and through for a minor score. And it might have been, I think, Dalrymple who might have chucked his mid up there, and it's come off the top of the fingers. 1-1-7. The Kerrang Blues, Kahuna yet to score on the Blue Sky Outdoor Expert scoreboard. We have played just on 9.5.
Look at the struggle to kick that ball. Took all of the extra meterage from the kicking and barely got it to half-back flank on the outer side. Players from both sides really willing their bodies in front as they have to here. The ball close to the outer side boundary. In fact, over the line now and out of bounds. Just see big Chris Anderson to your right there, Glenn Stewart. He's ready to come on and give Archard a chop out.
Yeah, he is, mate. He's just waiting for the change. Archard's obviously in the play on the other side, so it's going to take a while.
Nick Pay coming into the game. Having a look alongside him, Bronson Booth getting back, so there's a bit of a change going up in the forward line. The ball goes down quickly. Speaking of the forward line, Coates, we said earlier he loves a grand final. Has a shot on goal. Troy Coates has jailed it. Puts it through. Kerrang, 2 goals, 1-13. He loves a goal, Glenn Stewart.
Yeah, great work by you. Just when he's around that football, you know he's going to have a presence on it. You know he's a quality player. And a left foot snap there and brought up his first and the Kerrang Blues second.
Turns him inside out, Brian.
Yeah, he did. He was able to come forward. He looks like he's got the the job on him, and he was able to just to run away from him a little bit, and they probably would have actually played together when he was at Eagle Hawk, but now they're opponents, and, well, Brenton probably would have played on him when Troy went out to Strath. Ball back in the middle, and this time it's out, punched away, picked up by Gillingham, didn't have it, pinged, gone, holding the ball, and it will be Jared Finlay who'll take the free kick for the Kangas. Now they go inside forward 50, or can they get there? Big Johnson was there, picked up by Davis though, handballed it back to Clark. Clark went around, found Hayes. Hayes now on the half-back flank, puts plenty on it. Hammond up against Pay. Hammond, no, who's going to be first back there? They can't quite get there. Patterson was there, couldn't pick it up. Dropping was Fairing, couldn't go, couldn't take it with him. Running it over the line, there was the man, Nicholas Pay, and it'll be a throw-in right on the Arca 50.
Quick update in the A Reserve. Not what you want to hear. Swan Hill 22, Mallee Eagles 21 in the A Reserve. Besson, Greta Sheldrick. Umpire throws the ball back in underneath Archard. He's got plenty of it. He's going to do a power of work today. The kick by Kahuna Kangas close to the boundary line. The big truck ambles in after it. Couldn't quite pick it up. And the ball has gone to a teammate down the ground. The kick, almost carried. I was watching at the back there to see whether the coach was going to be able to mark it. He wasn't. The quick kick down the ground there was by Curnow, who's come up the ground. Now, whether he's having a squirt up in the forward line or just having a run on the ball, we'll wait and see.
I think he's on the ball, no?
Ball back in the air. Dalrymple chucked around. Archer, though, gets the kick away, gets it out to defensive 50 or heavy side, couldn't get it on the bounce. Patterson came through, got a high tackle, no free kick. Umpire crosses the arms and says, give it to me. I'll ball it up at 40. Nearly directly in front of the Crane goal. Davis, gets it up a long way, can't get a hand on it though. Ball gone to ground. Now Stagg tried to handball it out, got the tackle without it. Should be a free kick. It's going to go back, and it's going to be Davis. Big truck Davis will get the free kick, will it?
It's going to Gillingham. He wants to give it to Gillingham.
Truck's walking away.
And Curnow wants it.
He tried to walk away.
And it was always Truck's kick.
Yeah, it was always. He just turned his back and walked away and said, I'm not having a shot on goal, but it is going to be Troy Davis. Goes back. He'll kick from about 48 metres. Breeze, it's nearly right behind him. It's going that way. He needs to start at the right post. Just didn't come back at all. Through for another minor score. 2-2-14. Now, Kerrang, Lee Kahuna is yet to score on the Blue Sky Outdoor Expert scoreboard. We have played 13 and a half in this first quarter.
Kick in will be to the outer side and will be all day. It goes exactly that way. In fact, it's gone so wide with the breeze, it's gone out of bounds on the full. So Tommy Metherall's kick was aiming for half-back flank. It's gone out of bounds, the full on the outer side. And that's the difficulty at the moment, Stewie, for Kerrang to score.
Yeah, it is. They're out in that dead flank all the time.
There's the kick down the ground, getting in quickly. Hellman reading the play a little bit better
Coming
there.
into the game, Hellman.
Yeah, he is. He still needs to, like a lot of teammates out there, just finding it hard to hit a target because the breeze is so fluky. He's going to kick down the ground, does, close to the boundary line. We'll see if this one stays in. It does. About 15 players converge on the football. It's in and under. The ball comes out the back quickly. It does. Miss kick, scooped up, almost a throw, comes out to Hellman. Tries to sell the dummy. Looked to be a free kick to mine. What's he going to call? The umpire hasn't signalled anything.
A little bit going on.
I cannot see a signal from the umpire as yet. He still hasn't gone for one.
I think it's a ball up, yep.
Well, I don't know why. It is a ball up on the outer side centre wing. Brian, sort it out.
Can't sort it out, but as Davis gets the tap, Vinsky gets held without it. No, it's going to be a free kick. It's going back to Archer, who has the ball on that centre wing. He looked as Donat went around behind him to try and give it, but cut off by Curnow. Decides he says,
look at this.
It up and under. It stayed up, and it floated over the line in front of Jared Finlay, out of bounds on the full, and it will be a free kick to the Kerrang Blues.
As we saw in the reserves, Brian, you kick the ball high. When it stops its push forward, it actually comes back. That's what happened on that occasion, just flew back over the line out of bounds on the other side. We've gone from half forward to half back here, so far as the Kahuna Kangas. Kerrang have got it on their outer side, half forward flank. Curnow on the ball, not doing the ruck work. Davis does. Archard's in front. Players from both sides converge again. Well, free kick high, has he called? Looks like it going the way of Kerrang, yes. Swinging, arching across, get the ball toward the centre half forward zone. Will it carry the pack? It has. It's gone straight out the back of play, left it behind. Little soccer off the ground. A second one required. Can he get it? He can't at the moment. That's Hunter. Sean Hundrich kicked one early. The ball's gone to ground. Play on is the call. A kick across the body. Laid the boot across. Let's see if it carries the pack. It does. Gillingham gets the quick hands out the back. Looks for it fine. Heavy side. Heavy side. Unloads to the hot spot. Big leap at the back, but the ball carries the pack. And getting across quickly is Metherall.
Goes out wide, looks for the run and looking for Doyle. Bouncing ball, 2-on-1, but the boundary line has come up in front of Dalgleish and Clark, and it's over the line, and it'll be thrown in 70 out. Half-forward flank. Two ruckmen set themselves again. Davis takes it out of the ruck, then doesn't get rid of it, dropped it, no free kick. Kelly was there. There's going to be a free kick, and it's going to go against Stagg, I think, and it will be the Kangas that will go forward through Hellman, who bangs it on the boot close to the line, and Johnson takes a strong mark, millimetres inside on the outer side centre wing.
Target will have to be free because he's the only one down there at this stage. Now look at the ball sit up. Free works his way to the front to get a little nudge. The umpire says no, he's quick enough to butter up behind, but there's a whistle. Now the free kick comes his way for a trip. Wants the ball quickly, but he's got no help at all forward. Will have to wait. The only player out there would be Bird, and he's on the wrong side of the ground for mine. Coming across will be Coates. Let's see where he goes. He goes to Bird, straight down the ground. They just want to get a contest going if they can and hold it. They can't because Heavyside has the footy.
Handball back. Who can pick it up? Picking up was Ross. Little chip forward, finds Jesse Clark. Clark, sells a bit of candy, gives the hands over the top, finds the run of Gillingham, then through, they go through the middle of the ground again, smothered off it, picked up by Ferry, can't quite get there for the Kangas. Ball at ground level and held up. Umpire crosses the arms and says, give it to me and I'll ball it up. Here, centre wing on the outer side, just inside the square.
17 minutes gone in the first, and the score at the moment is 2-2 Kerrang. Kahuna Kangas, well, basically can't get it past centre half forward. There's this big bank of wind holding them up. And, of course, some defenders very, very strongly working for the Kerrang side. Going well at the moment, Kerrang just need to pepper the scoreboard a little bit more. Kahuna Kangas from the centre clearance, come forward with the ball, comes out wide, Clark just cleaning up in underneath. Oh, look, the high tackle, it is a high tackle, and it's going the way of Jack Dalgleish for Kerrang. No doubt whatsoever on that one. Dalgleish through centre wing, has the footy, hands it quickly over to Curnow, who will unload with a long bomb into the forward zone.
He goes up, Coates gets back, and he's going to run into an easy one and take a easy chest mark, running back with the flight of the ball, with the long kick from Bryce Curnow. Co-coach to co-coach.
Start it right, Brian.
You need to start it right. Right at the post. Now, here we go. We're right behind it. He comes in. Got 7 last week. Has 1 on the board. Has 2 on the board already today. And Kerrang get their third. They got a 3-2-20. They lead Kahuna yet to score. And that is on the Blue Sky Outdoor Expert scoreboard. 18 and a half gone here in the first quarter of the 2022 Grand Final.
Stewie well set up because Curnow had a man beside him.
Yep.
Sold it, spun around and came the outside of that little handball and then kicked long.
And he looks for Coates all the time. I said last week, Coates, he kicked 7 and probably Curnow gave him 3 last week.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Ooh.
They just combined so well. Beautiful kick-off halfback.
The ruckman go at it at the back of the pack. Not able to get it is Hellman. Goes up again. The ball just sat straight up there. Donnet comes through the pack. Needs a shepherd. Not able to get it. The ball squirts out underneath. All players dive in. Umpire says, give it to me, boys. Now, Reese, the big fella in Ben Archard, has gone back into the centre half back position.
Anderson goes at it, picked up by Nitsky though for the Blues. They bangs it inside forward 50. Who can pick it up? Hammond's out there, can't quite pick it up. It's going to be a free kick, and it is going to be Jake Hammond for the Kangas.
Played well so far, a contender.
Yep. On defensive 50.
Could do this mechanical and 4x4.
That is exactly right, Stewie, as Jake Hammond, and it's going to be turned over. There's something happened down the ground, and it's turned over on the arc of 50, and the free kick is going to go to Troy Coates. And I'm saying he is within kicking distance with that breeze, as the big man for the Kerrang Blues in Truck Davis comes from the ground. He darks around. He has to kick it up and under. It's not going to make the distance. It's going to sit up just outside the square. Ball in dispute. Big Anderson tries to barge through the pack. Doesn't. Picked up by Hall. Couldn't get a foot to do it. Ball now goes back to Fairing. He was tackled high, and it's going to be a free kick, and he'll handball it out and give it to Metherell, who'll go long and outside defensive 50.
Metherell goes to the centre wing. Oh, there's a contender for the mark. Terrific effort on the outer side for Kahuna Kangas. That free kick, by the way, was paid by the third umpire, so the one right down the other end. A little bit of push and shove. That's a very, very big call from the other end of the ground. The Kerang side build to the outer side, right in front of the scoreboard, lumbering out there, not able to get there was Anderson. Applies a bit of body pressure. The ball comes to the ground. Players from both sides converge. In underneath there was Finlay Tom. The ball's gone straight in underneath, in front of the scoreboard. Central says, give it to me. That scoreboard, Kerang 3 goals, 220. Kahuna, duck eggs at the moment, but we're into time on. That's on the Blue Sky Outdoor Experts scoreboard.
Ball thrown up. Well, Anderson went up against Nick Stagg. Now that is 177 at about 207, and neither of them got hold of the ball, and it's gone over the line out of bounds right in front of the scoreboard at the 21.5-minute mark of the first quarter. It is a 20-point lead. Ball knocked down. No one can get on the end of Kelly, though. Does. Gets the handball back towards the goals. Donat, though, says, I'm getting that out of here. And it's punched it over the line out of bounds for a throw-in about 15 metres around from his defensive goal.
No scoring here for Kerang. If they can hold on here, Kahuna, it's almost a win, Stewie.
Yeah, well, I'm just starting to think that, mate. That last goal was, if they were able to keep them to 2 goals, I would say yes, definitely.
Players from the boundary throw-in, there would be 25 players within about 15 metres of the ball here. That's just going to be a roving pack all day because nobody's going to be able to hit targets too cleanly. Anderson gets in high, gets the body over Nick Pay. It comes out the back of the pack. Gillingham unloads wide. I would love to say high, wide and handsome, but it's not. It's just wide and not so handsome. It's gone missing everything. Scoreboard side of the goalposts at the other end. So another little bit of time ticking away. Kahuna Kangas ringing the changes in front of you, Stewie.
Certainly did. Metherell was running even time across the ground to get off the ground.
Daniel Patterson.
I've never seen him run.
Daniel Patterson comes back. Oh,
could have saved a little bit for the game, I thought. But anyway,
over to you, Brian. Get us out of here.
Hammond from fullback. He'll go long and just up and under. It's not going to make it outside the defensive 50 arc. It's 3-on-1. Tyson Finlay bangs it forward though, tries to get it out of his zone. Tackled and put under plenty of pressure was McGlone, and he's going to be pinged, is he? Or is no?
Ball up.
Said no prior opportunity, and I'll ball it up just inside the square here at centre half forward for Kerang.
Kerang, Anderson has the footy. Twice it's been taken off his boot almost. Ball comes out wide, not able to go on it quickly. There was Cook for Kahuna Kangas. The umpire circling once again, calls for a ball up. 23, nearly 24 minutes into the first quarter. The Blue Sky Outdoor Experts scoreboard is a 20-point lead to Kerang, and even I can do the math on that, and I'm not an ex-school teacher, Stewie.
Yes, that's true, Noel. Yeah, they've done pretty well, actually, the Kahuna Kangas.
Ball up to centre wing. Hayes was there.
Well done.
Going hard was Jared Finlay. He got tackled. Ball held up. And all of a sudden the umpire said, no, I think I'll take it and give it a ball up about 2 metres inside the boundary line, centre wing on the outer side of the Swan Hill Recreation Reserve. 2022 Grand Final. Ball off the pack. No one's coming out of there. Eventually the umpire says, give it to me and I'll ball it in. Still at centre wing, outer side.
Brian, I'll let you ponder this. Whether there's an argument, if the defensive side put a player back, do you throw a forward with him under these conditions? I'll let you think about that. The ball comes into the ruck work. It's in underneath, centre wing, gone, holding the footy, free kick, Kerang, outer side, Stagg with the footy. Been good, usually wants to feed off, and does.
Does, over the top. Now they got their run, carry through the middle. Now they go inside forward 50, deep. Getting over the back, didn't quite get there. Well done, Jake Hammond. That's a good mark, good strong mark, and he'll come out quickly and find his teammate there in Josh Bird.
Bird gives the hands. This next kick is the crucial one. Coming across, cutting it off is Jesse Clark. Gets a lovely shepherd by Brandon Hayes. Clark, always good at lowering the eyes. Finds Gillingham. Gillingham, he's been called to kick it long. He can't around the corner. The bounce is going to be the tricky bit. 3-on-1, in fact 4-on-1 at the back. And Kahuna Kangas go whew, as Daniel Patterson picks it up right in the teeth of goal.
Cook is the target, picks it up. Oscar now just stops. Riley Smith puts the pressure on, had the run from behind, and that was McLaughlin who banged it on the boot up and under. It's too close again. You just got to remember you got to come into the wing right in 15 metres, not let it drift over the line, and it's going to be a free kick. and it's going to go to Kerrang on the outer side, and Marty Kelly will take it for the Blues.
As they do, they run on and kick, and they kick deep into the forward line. Gillingham applied the pressure. Kerno's in underneath. He's usually good with the footy. Coming out, Hammond spun, gives the hands quickly over to a teammate. That teammate there was Patterson, who's gone the up and under. Exactly what Brian said. Over the line and out of bounds. And in fact, the last two have cleared the fence. Such is the strength of the breeze. It's gone way at the back. And some young kid out the back has just sent a lovely long kick back, about 3 cars back, and has landed in the field of play. Curnow will take the free kick on the outer side, and this, Brian, could be dangerous because he is a good player.
He is a good player, and, well, he won't kick it to Coates this time because I can see the co-coach standing down in front of us on the bench.
Quick, get him on.
Is that breeze picked up, Stewie? Has it got heavier?
Yeah, well, it probably has, actually, when you look at those trees, Brian. When I get out there, I'll make a judgment.
There's a contender for the mark of the day.
That is a big mark by Tommy Toma. It was a floating dead pigeon from Bryce Curnow, and he took it, well, a very good one. He went towards Johnson, couldn't hit the target, but this time it hasn't gone out on the full. It will be only a throw-in front of Johnson, and right on half forward. Josh Hunter is standing around looking to get in there. Stagg, Big Anderson punches it down forward, but Curnow stopped towards the boundary, then punched it away, picked up ball. Jared Finlay overran the ball, but it's all still good. Hammond picked it up, banged it on the boot, up and under. Who can take the mark? No one can take it. At centre wing, ball bubbles around, picked up by Ross. He went to handball it off and gave it straight to Johnson, who banged it on the boot and put it out towards the boundary line, over the line out of bounds.
Touch.
That's
probably a good play.
I was just going to say to you, that's almost a very, very clever piece of footy.
No one there.
At the 27-minute mark of the first, you kick to grass, it's gone over the line, and the timekeepers are brought into play. Boundary umpire throws. Gee, what if Karuna Kangas can snag something here? This is going to be a big play. The ball comes out the back. Marty Kelly gives the hands. Under all sorts of pressure. Speaking of pressure, the ball is going to bounce back in the middle of the play. Who's it going to favour? Nobody at the moment. Kerrang can't find the handle. Now it's picked up and bang in the air by Smith. Just trying for territory. Didn't get much. Archard goes the big thump. Comes quickly down. Players from both sides to send the ball. Come out wide. Lovely mark taken. Play on here by Hunter. Hunter gets the ball down. Speaking of a late goal, is a chance for Kerrang if they can find it. The ball's loose in front. Not able to come quickly. Was Conforti. Had the footy. Free kick. Finlay gets up from underneath.
That's Jared.
Finlay.
Played pretty well, this bloke.
Yeah, Jared Finlay.
Got it.
Yes. For the Kangas, just arcs and uses that play on, goes long, centre wing, grandstand side, Marty Kelly standing on it, no one else is there. As the wind just pushes away, if you can read the ball today, the smart players will take a few grabs. He bangs it on the boot, looks inside forward 50, Darryl Rimple, is it? No, I think it's Booth. Yep. Bronson Booth has come out and taken a really nice mark down low, and he will have to kick this from 50. Now, with the breeze, he's easily within distance, I would say. He has to just get the accuracy. We've played 28 and a half minutes.
Crucial.
It is a 20-point lead. Bronson Booth, 48, got close to the man on the mark, put it out to the right, but didn't come back through for a minor score. 3-3-21. Now, Kerrang, they lead. Kahuna yet to score, and that is on the Blue Sky Outdoor Expert scoreboard. 29 minutes gone first quarter.
Geez, a lot of pressure on these kicks from in the defensive zone, isn't there? The breeze is swirling, you're trying hitting targets, it's coming to ground. There's just a massive build-up, and speaking of that, here's the kick in. Toma has the footy, just lost his footing, went for the handball, found the teammate there, was Patterson.
Oh, good mark.
One, and Paddy Doyle came in off the interchange, been on for a little while, has a teammate loose. Oh, dangerous because Kelly's lurking. Oh, hands, should have been a mark, should have been a chop of the hands for mine. Won't matter. Archard knew he was in trouble, but quarter time siren in the background.
Well, it is quarter time here in the 20.
Oh, in 30 minutes. But to my eye, Kerrang played the outer side too much.
Yeah, I agree. They should have played on this side, on the grandstand side.
Even that last kick across to Booth went from centre wing here.
Yep.
Almost to outer side half forward.
We only had to see when Curnow kicked the ball off half back down into Troy Coates. That's the sort of play they've got to do.
Well, we're about to get underway thanks to Rural Business and Community. Noel Watson with all the second quarter action.
Archard puts the ball forward quickly. Tackle applied. The ball squirts out the back to Kelly. Kelly goes inboard to Davis. Davis under pressure. Troy kicks it to the outer side, races on. Mason Fearing, not the quickest, but he's got his body there earlier. Not able to get there because Neski put the afterburners on. Kicks the ball down the ground, but in front, strong defensive mark taken for Kahuna Kangas. Now they have to use the 40. On this occasion, they come across the ground, look for and find Metherall.
40 to Metherall. Metherall just decides to go down the ground. It's a floating looking, ugly looking kick. Doyle was there, tried to punch it in the air, but it was picked up by Kerang. They go back inside. Forward 50, looking for Hunter. Oh, picks it up with the one hand. Ran towards goal. That would have been a goal that we've been talking about for a long time, but he's put it through the wrong side of the stick.
That would have been an advanced turf goal of the day,
They certainly would. 3-4-22. They still haven't scored. Kahuna as Metherall plays on from fullback.
Another mongrel-looking kick. I just felt that they came across too early. They came from fullback, Stewie, across the ground. That's a long way down.
Yeah, it certainly is, Noel.
Here's the kick mark taken in the centre of the ground here, and that's by Oscar Cook, who's been a good player all year. Gets it down, and you're right, Stewie. Here we go, all right, because he's found a big fella in Dylan Johnson. Now, he's going to have a shot on goal. Everybody's calling him to have a shot, and why wouldn't you?
Right behind this one, guys.
Yeah, but this time he's right behind. Like, you've got to hit the middle of the goal, because the breeze nearly is coming straight behind him. There's no deviation from this side.
Right-hand goalpost, if anything. Stewie,
just inside.
Take us through it.
Here he comes. He comes in now, Johnson, and he's going to kick from 450 metres. Does so. It's a beautiful kick off the boot. Is it going to make the distance? It comes back. I think it's there. Yes, it is. The umpire goes back into the centre of the square, and that's the Kahuna Kangas' first goal, and a very good opening to the second term.
Absolutely. They got it from top side. Glenn Stewart, compliments of Mawson's.
I certainly did. And this is the side where you've got to bring the ball if you want to play in these conditions.
But when? That's the question, Brian, because they tried it early. It almost got their legs taken from under them, didn't they, Kahuna Kangas?
Yep.
That time, steady the ship a little.
Yeah, it was two mongrel-looking kicks from Tommy Metherall, but they were. The second one was ended up hitting his teammate on the chest, and they were able to come out this side. Ball back in the middle. Archer up against the big man in Davis. Ball at ground level, picking it up and breaking out of there was the Josh Hahn for
good play.
Kerang. Taking the mark and playing on was Hammond. Hammond goes down the line, sliding in, can't quite take it. Clark picks it up, can't get the handball out. Ball at ground level, trying to push it out there. Hahn was there, got a high tackle from over the top, but nothing in it from Daniel Coates. And the umpire says, no, give it a man, I'll ball it up on the outer side.
Hammond has to be a contender for the Cadunas Mechanical and 4x4, I reckon, at this stage.
He's had plenty of it. Archer doing the ruck work, and that's what we saw earlier on from the coaches. Good education, I suppose, because earlier in the day, Troy Coates said they worked out that Ben Archard wanted to push the ball longer, Stewie, and wider.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
And they're on it.
They're onto it.
Kerang. From the boundary throw-in, Brian.
Good match-up over the other side too in Josh Niski up against Hammond. They are both at each other.
Ball in underneath the pack. Umpire says holding. Free kick going Kerang way. Half the crowd like it, half don't. Smith it is, gives the hands over to Kelly. Kelly unloads, keeps the ball low, drills it in. Fist goes in. Kahuna Kangas need to clean up. Can they get their hands? They can, but there's a big pack of players there in underneath. That hands go wide. Goes to Kerang's advantage. Smother off the hands. Comes out wide. Players from both sides slipping over a lot here at the centre half forward area for the Kerang attacking area. And the umpire calls for yet another ball up.
Yeah, Josh Hahn fell over and Metherall dived on top of him. Out of the ruck, takes it Davis, kicks it inside forward 50.
Here he is again.
And Hammond takes another mark across half-back for the Kahuna Kangas, and he'll settle it down. He's just summing up the situation. He looks out this grandstand side.
No, don't.
He does. But no, decides he's going to go defensive side on the outer side. Long kick, way out. Ball there was Jesse Clark. McLaughlin can't picked it up, but can't. Cates, it's going to be a free kick, and it's going to go to Jesse Clark for the Kerang Blues on half forward, outer side of the Swan Hill Rack.
Here's the same hands. He gave it off last time. Goes over to Curnow. Curnow gets it back. They're on 1-2. Curnow deep in the forward pocket. Has a shot on goal. Got one in the solar plexus. Went to ground. Free kick will come down the ground. The man who just quickly picked the ball up to have the shot on goal. Look at Curnow. He's up and galloping around. He knows. But the free kick is going the way quickly to the goal kicker. And Troy Coates almost directly in front.
Might have been Riley Hurd to give him a little
touch.
Love tap.
Oh, he got up pretty quick, but that's okay.
Yeah, it was a love tap.
It was. Troy Coates. Oh, this will be a dagger, Stewie.
It certainly will be, Noel.
Noted goal kicker. Got 2. 2 out of 3. Kicks it. Likes it off the boot. The goal umpire goes across and catches
Might
it off
hit
on the shoulder.
The post.
I'd hit the post.
Well, the post's swinging, but it's swinging in the breeze anyway.
Yeah,
Rang 3-5-23 Kahuna, 1 straight. That's on the Rural Business and Community scoreboard. And up the guts they go.
Metherell to the middle of the ground. Ball off the pack. Who can take it? It's going to be a free kick. It's going to go to Kerrang this time, and I think it was Josh Hunter got the free kick. He had Clark out wide. He went there on the bounce, picked it up, gave the hands over the top. Klingen goes back to Clark. Clark then just holds it, goes towards the man there in Kelly, but jumping in and punching it over the boundary line was the defence of Joel Hellman, and it will be a throw in on half forward on the outer side of the Swan Hill Recreation Reserve. We have played just 3.5 minutes. It is 23-6 here, a 17-point lead to Kerrang in the second quarter.
Can't but feel that Kahuna Kangas need some urgency. They need someone to fire. They need a bit of get up and go. Well, Kurno stood in front and cop one, goes to ground. The umpire says no, free kick. The crowd say earn it, but I think he earned that one.
Certainly did.
He's in a bit of bother. He will get up, but he copped one pretty heavily. And Kahuna take the opportunity. They should get back and man up rather than try and remonstrate, because we know one thing, he's a good kick at the footy.
Riley Hurd again, just maybe making sure that Bryce earns every kick.
Goes wide with the kick, Bryce Curnow, in fact, so wide. Didn't learn from earlier on, over the line, on the full and out of bounds. And Hellman, Troy, they want him forward if they can, but he's having to do the work at the back half. Will kick and kick long.
Hellman, long to centre half forward, big pack, big punch, no one can get it over the back. Hayes was there, punched it away. Hammond, oh no, it was McLaughlin off the ground. Actually, Coates, I think it was, coming through. And eventually toe poked it towards the boundary line, over the line, out of bounds in front of the scoreboard on the outer side. Whereas see a 17-point lead. We've played 4 minutes in this second quarter. Ball off the pack. Ball picking it up, going there was Patterson, gave it back to around the corner.
Bouncing.
Can't, it was Coates again, free kick, no, he went for it. Picked up by Jared Finlay, banged it on the boot, he's put it through. Kahuna get one from nothing, and Jared Finlay gets his first for the Kahuna Kangas. They go to 2 straight 12. They trail the Kerrang Blues 3-5-23. That is at the 7.5-minute mark, and that is an advanced turf goal of the day contender, thanks to Advanced Turf.
Yes, very much so. Very much so, Brian.
Well, let's cross down over to the Netty Grand Finals with Phoebe Doyle.
Thanks, guys. There is not much in it in this first quarter. It is Balranald 8 to Swan Hill 9. The wind is making it very interesting, and also the court is a little bit slippery, so not super high scoring yet, but there is still a lot more netball to come. Back to you guys.
From the ruck work, the ball has gone quickly into the Kahuna Kangas forward line. Speak of urgency, it's the urgency for Kerrang at the moment. Troy Davis gets the footy. Oh, shocker. Knew as soon as he kicked it, turned and ran straight back into defence because the ball has gone over the line and out of bounds on the outer side. And I think it's going to be Paddy Doyle or thereabouts to take the kick now. Looking down the ground, this is the next target. They've got Free. They've got Anderson. They've got Hellman lurking. This is Kahuna Kangas, the kick. Probably to the advantage of the bigger guys. Free kick hold will go the way at the back of the pack, I would suggest. And going back to Davis, who was held behind the pack, and he'll take the free kick.
Umpire just telling him to get around. Thanks to Phoebe there for that netball update. As we go along on the outer side, he's gone close to the line again. He's put it over, and Oscar Cook again says, give it to me and I'll have a free kick. He's just clinging. He's just told him to get on the line. He goes towards the dangerous tops, the hot spot. Oh, well done, Hellman, but it came off the pack. Coates was really good. Went out to Klingen. He was able to chip it over the top. Oh, good work, though, coming from behind and giving it a punch away with Sam McGlone. And it's over the line out of bounds for a throw-in on the half forward for the Kangas.
Gee, those A-grade netballs close. Unbelievable. That's the way you want it. Kerrang, 3 goals, 5-23 lead. Kahuna Kangas, 2 straight 12 in the second quarter. 10 minutes gone on the big scoreboard on the outer side, and that's where the
Kurnow coming off.
I was just going to say, Stewie, thank you. Give us the update.
Blood rule,
my blood rule, yeah, on the side of the cheek here. Yeah.
Copping a bit too.
Yes, a bit of advice from the Kuna supporters. Yeah.
Suggesting what he might be doing tomorrow or something similar, Stewie. Boundary umpire.
Sending him somewhere anyway.
Yes. We'll arch the back and throw. Gets it high. A little bit of elevation. Archard holds his ground. Gets the thump down. Goes straight the way of Bronson Booth, who kicks it high up and under. Get under that and play fair. The ball's this time been touched over the line and out of bounds. Similar to the first here, Brian. I know Kahuna got two, but a lot of footy. They want to get it onto this side of the ground.
Yeah, they need to. This is the scoring side. If you can get it out here, well, good defence is going to take it over that side.
Sure.
And make sure that you can't score easy goals. Ball thrown back in. Ruckman set themselves. Ball at ground level. Good work, Donnet. Got it out to a teammate. Now they bang it inside forward 50, up and under. No, it's going to be a free kick. I think
look out.
It's going to be a free kick, and it's going to the Kangas. I think it's going to be...
The big fella.
It's Anderson. Yeah, it's Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah. Jared Finlay was going, it's mine. But no, it's going back to Dylan Johnson. Johnson will come in and have a shot on goal. He has one. This to put it to a 5-point ball game. He goes long. Can't quite hit the target. It's gone through for a minor score. 2-1-13 now, the Kangas. They trail the Blues 3-5-23. We have played 11 and a half in this second quarter, thanks to rural business and community.
Just need another goal at the moment.
Yeah, important for Kerrang to just maintain control here. They've gone short with the first kick into Hayes. Hayes looks to the outer side, a kick off the instep, an absolute shocker. The ball's going to bounce around, coming through quickly. Donnet slipped in underneath. The umpire calls play on it. Quick pack converges around the ball. Smith, lovely hands out the back. Kerrang, can they get some poise on the footy? Davis has got it. Speaking of poise, comes inboard to Kelly. Kelly, the crowd says gone. The players are going to ground quickly. The boundary umpire now called into play on the outer side. So Kerrang get a birthday cake, I think. A little candle on the top. That was their wish. Over the line and out of bounds on the outer side. 10-point lead on the rural business and community scoreboard favouring the Blue Boys.
Ruckman set themselves. Archer up in front, gets the tap down. Donnet got the hands out the back. Oh, got a high tackle.
Absolutely.
Had nothing in it. Was Taylor, I think. And umpire said no, don't... nothing in that. Was it Taylor or Cooper McLaughlin? Ball thrown back up again. Umpire sets themselves. Davis got the tap down. Ball picked up by Ninsky, but it was stripped. Ball out of the pack. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to be a high tackle. Jared Finlay spins on that left. Plays on quickly. Going to go to the top of the square. The big men set themselves. Oh, coming from behind was Ross. Couldn't quite take it. That was a massive mark. But eventually it was held up, and the umpire crossed his arms and says, no, give it to me, and I'll ball it up 20 metres out directly in front from the Kahuna goal.
Tell you what, Donnet's playing a good game at the moment. Ruckman, settle. Well, one of the Ruckman, because of the ball, comes out the back and the shot across the body. Dylan Johnson, minor score. 2-2, plays 3 goals, 9-point lead. I'm just waiting for the breeze to see what I was going to do, Brian. You just have to wait at the moment, don't you?
Yeah, it's just blowy as it blows around. Just don't know what's going to happen. Curnow from full back gets plenty of distance because he ran a long way, went to the outer side, big pack forms, no one can take the mark. Off the pack there was McLaughlin, tried to get the handball away, now picking it up was Hammond, who's just gone a little bit quieter. Ball knocked out of Taylor's hands, and it's over the line out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in on the outer side. Just on half forward for the Kangas, slightly into attack.
14-minute mark ticks over in the second quarter, and it's a battle of attrition. Even the boundary umpire on that outer side is working his way in. There's the kick down the ground. I said Donnet's got him. He gets the ball kicked this time, marked though, taken by Lachlan Ross. And Ross goes across the ground, looks for and finds Marty Kelly. Not a lot of distance on it, but retained possession.
Plays on, runs his full measure, goes down the line, big pack forms. Hammond was there, couldn't take it. So was Metherell. Metherell was at ground level, diving in under over the top. The umpire said no, nothing in it. As Nicholas Pay and Jake Hammond get up off the ground as the Ruckman set themselves again. Archard up against Davis. Neither of them got a hand anywhere near it. Oh, Ninsky did the blind turn through the pack, threw it on the boot, threw it forward. Running with it was Brunsman, taking a chest mark, and that is a big contender for the Swan Hill Higher mark of the day, and he'll go back and have a shot on goal from about 35 metres out.
Well, I was looking across the ground because Sean Hunter was loose, and he's got down there quickly to take the big mark there. Runsman.
Now, against the breeze. He's within distance. The breeze is coming nearly directly at him from that spot, so he's going to have to kick it hard. Umpire just saying, don't move. Man on the mark. Comes in, kicks it hard. It's not going to be a major score. It's going to be a minor. 3-6-24, Kerrang. 2-2-14, Kahuna. We've played just on 15 and a half on the Rural Business and Community scoreboard second quarter.
A score, Stewie, in these conditions against the breeze.
Yeah, it would have been very handy for them.
The Kahuna Kangas come down the centre of the ground. Big thump, long back there by Jack Donnet. Sees the ball come to ground. Doyle should find a target. Oh, he missed the target. The ball comes out the back. A chance for the Blues. Can they get it? Can 40 there? Not able to. Smith drop the 40. The ball in underneath. It's there for someone to get onto it. Soccer down the ground. It'll be a play on call, surely. Is there going to be a mark? Oh, no, it can't be. It's travelled about 6 metres.
4.5.
Listen to the crowd.
And 5 metres in the air. Well, still, no, it's still not quite
That's
right.
only
is it?
11.
That's 11. He's still 4 short.
And he's laughing his head off coming off the ground, this young Oscar Cook. His mark has been taken down the ground. Player wanting to get on with it quickly, and that's Riley Hurd.
Hurd kicks it up under, running across helmet. Took the mark on the chest. Runs to 50. Put it to the top of the square. Kurno's going to be there. Ball over the back. Who can be first there? Plenty of Blues around. They knock it through for a minor score. No one can take the mark. And it ends up going through 2-3-15. That is Kahuna. They trail Kerrang 3-6-24. 16, nearly 17 minutes gone on the Rural Business and Community scoreboard.
I tell you what, it's a 1 point, but it might also be a 60-metre gain. The kick to the outer side on the mark there, the 50-metre mark, and the kick is down the ground, just overrunning it. They're not able to get back quickly enough. Was Finlay for Kahuna Kangas. There's a whistle, and it's a boundary throw in. A lot of players sitting back around inside the 50, just going to leave a smaller number to attack the footy from the ruck work. Davis will fly from behind, uses a body, gets his opponent out of the road. Gillingham, oh, clever. Took it, handballed over to Kelly. They've done that a number of times. Kelly gets the ball down quickly, Fuchs for Hunter. Sean, the handball link-up is on. The big shot on goal by Hayden Hall. Scrubber. A chance for Kahuna Kangas. They need to pick it up cleanly. Didn't. Now it's there. Kelly gets in, but really steady here. Kahuna Kangas the ball down the ground. It's 2-on-1. The ball in play. They sock it out of the bounds on the foot. Terrific pressure applied there by Michael Runciman. And the free kick will go his way. Half forward flank.
He's going to go long. He just lowers the eyes, but he hasn't hit the target. And eventually it's been cut off by Toma, but the umpire said no, come back. As Nathan Taylor comes off and Cook goes on.
Runciman, blood rule.
Absolutely blood rule.
Yep.
Yes.
And the ball will have to go all the way back.
Might have done his international modelling career, I think, Stewie, that one. I think it's stitched him up.
Yeah, boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
The punt.
Yeah.
Toma.
They were off and gone too, weren't they?
Yep. Free's gone back too, and he's making sure that they control it from behind. Toma ran a long way, plenty of it. Got 50 metres down the line. Good kick. Ball came up to pack. No one could take it over the line, out of bounds. In front of us here at the grandstand side of the Swan Hill Recreation Reserve, where we see it's a 9-point ball game. It is Kerrang by 9 points at the 19-minute mark of this second quarter.
The ruckman go out at the ball, comes out the back to Kelly. Tried to not hang on to the 40, but now there's a free kick. It's going the way of, he's pointed Kahuna Kangas' way, and then he's turned the kick around. It's going to Bryce Curnow. Player started to run one way, then they went the other. Bryce Curnow.
Playing well, Curnow.
Is he ever? Watch the delivery. Lace out to the outer side centre wing. That's the defensive side. Good coaching, good play. Can Kerrang hold it out there when they can? They got Lachlan Ross, who's a lovely kick of the footy. Kicks to a 2-on-1. The ball will be close to the boundary line when it lands. In fact, it's gone over the line and out of bounds. So from a dangerous half forward to a very safe half back, Brian. Good transition.
Yeah, good kick. You know what? A man of Bryce Curnow's knowledge of the game and the way he just knew, I've got to get it out that other side. He saw Ross directly across the ground, hit the target, doesn't miss too often. Ball off the pack on the outer side, thrown around. Picking it up was Ninsky. He ran into inside forward 50, lowered the eyes, couldn't quite get it over the top of Free. Reese Free for the Kangas, takes the mark, kicks it out, and looks for his vice-captain, Josh Bird. Bird decides to bang it off the ground. Picking it up was Finlay, got on, tackle Kelly, no free kick. Pushed in the back, umpire said nothing in it. Umpire said no, it's going over the line. It'll be a throw-in here on half forward for the Kangas. For the Kerrang Blues.
A little bit of crowd involvement, Glenn
they
Stewart.
are up and down.
They're getting involved right behind me.
Absolutely, the ball comes to ground in underneath there quickly. Good play today in Jared Findlay. He was after the last one. The ball comes out the back to Toma. Not that he's been unsighted to Toma, just not the big influence that he normally would. The ball spinning out, coach. Grab. Oh, umpire, wrong side of the contest to call that one, but he's given it away a free kick and it's going the way of the man in the middle, Ryan Gillingham. He did guess. He couldn't have seen it.
He couldn't have seen it. He got a handball away.
He did.
And umpire has pinged him for holding the ball as Lockie Ross in the centre of the ground for Kerrang. He decides to go long, straight down the middle. Oh, held off of Jesse Clark, was it? No, it's Nick Stagg. Nick Stagg will take the free kick, still at centre half forward. He has Curnow in support. Curnow decides to go long and hard towards the pocket. Ball over the back, chop of the arms. It's going to be a free kick. And it will be the Kangas in the last line who will chip it out and find Tommy Metherell in the forward pocket in front of the Swan Hill social room.
Well, this one has to hit a target because it's right in a dangerous spot if they don't get it, Kahuna Kangas, because Kerrang will have it on their attacking half forward flank. Contest. Big contest. Ball goes to ground. Central umpire steps in. Bryce Curnow just setting up what's going to happen at the other end if there's a quick kick out of the pack. Central umpire sets himself. Throws the ball up. Or Davis gave a little push out. Kick smothered. Comes to ground. Not able to pick it up was Hayden Hall. He's had a bit of it today. Goes to soccer down the ground. Clever. Spinning out of the pack there is Booth. Bronson Booth. Shot on goal as the rain comes down. Off the hands of the pack. Over the line and out of bounds. 22 minutes into the second quarter. And it's 3 goals, 6 Kerrang. Leading Kahuna 2 goals, 3-15 on the Rural Business and Community scoreboard.
As the crowd disperses off the fence
and the boundary rider.
And the boundary rider. Ball thrown back in. Forward pocket. Deep into attack. Well, Anderson couldn't quite take it off the ruck. Dropped it. Ball at ground level. As the rain... Well, it's coming down, but it's coming down sideways.
This is crucial now, Brian, in this last couple of minutes.
If they can get a goal here, Craig, that will be massive against the Breeze. They've had it inside forward 50. Anderson knocks it away. Conforti gets hold of it, handballs it out, finds Cook. That was Oscar Cook. He banged it on the boot, but it's gone over the line, out of bounds to the full. And Lockie Ross will take the free kick for Kerrang, centre wing, out of side. Here at the Swan Hill Recreation Reserve, where it is still a 9-point lead to the Blues at the 23-minute mark of this second quarter.
Compliments of Maccas for those that missed it at quarter time. The netball, Swan Hill 9, led Balranald 8 in the A grade grand final. Kick goes an up and under. A player getting in front, taking the big mark was Troy Davis. Got the big frame in front. The ball was always going to drop. Read it perfectly. That Davis a long way out given the breeze. He's got option short, one being Jesse Clark. No, decides to go the up and under. Again, off the side of the boot. Big thump, sees the ball come down in front of Tyson Findlay. Had to dive hard, did. The ball's there to be won. I can tell you what it is, like a piece of soap at the moment. Looked to be gone for mine, throwing the footy. And he's exactly that. Kahuna Kangas were going to go. Decided discretion's the better part. And Tommy Toma will take the free kick at the back end as the big crowd here get out and enjoy, hopefully, a little bit of sun. Oh, the ball's gone back in the middle of the ground. Quickly, Gillingham swoops. Gillingham, Ryan, kicks deep. He understands the importance of the time here. The mark is going to be taken. No, play on to the call. It's come out the back. Picked up here by Reece Free, who finds a teammate loose on the half-back flank.
Addison goes down. He goes towards Hurd. Bouncing ball got behind. Coming out. Hayes. Good work. Hit it hard. Gave the handball over the top. Hunter in plenty of trouble. Smith picks it up for Kerrang. Got held. Didn't have it. Donnet. Now picking it up and running.
Clever.
Now. Good long handball over the top. Ferry was the target. He goes inside forward 50. Hammond down there. Got over the back. Johnson in front, square of the pack. Can someone get it out to him? No, they can't. It stacks on the mill. And eventually the umpire crosses the arms and says, give it to me and I'll ball it up. and about 35 metres out directly in front of the Kangas goal.
Does exactly that. The ball comes forward, not able to get a handle on the footy on the way through. There was Findlay. Kerrang can through Smith. Kick without looking. It's close to the boundary line. It's going to squeeze over the boundary line just in front of the big grandstand here. Packed. Absolutely packed to the rafters. And a quiz question for them. How many colours in the rainbow? Have a look out to the east, because that's where you'll see it. The boundary umpire throws it quickly into play. Didn't waste any time. Comes down in underneath. In under there was Kelly. Just pushes the ball. Bit of basketball going on. Player caught one high. The umpire says no. Stays out of it. And he will call for another ball up. That player underneath was Oscar Cook.
Lost the headband. Has to put it back on.
I know the feeling.
Yeah. Holding up your whiskers or something. Ball at ground level. Stag there. Can't quite get it. Tyson Finlay died in top of it. Cook got a high one maybe. No. Umpire said no. Give it to me. I'll ball it up. Still just in front of us here on the grandstand side. We've just ticked over to 25 and a half minutes. Thanks to Phoebe Doyle over at the Netty Grand Finals.
Thanks, guys. It's now 21-15 down here at the court, still in favour of Swan Hill. Balranald getting just a little bit behind in that quarter, but coming back a bit. They were 11 down at one point. So there's still a big half of netball to come, and it's still very much anyone's game. Back to you guys.
You go. Ball, forward pocket. Boundary umpire not called into place. Central umpire is quick from the centre wing to the forward line for Kerrang. Dangerous position. The ball goes over wide. Hellman tries to crash and bash, not able to do so. This time the boundary umpire is called in it. The old slip sliding away song for mine at the moment, Stewie, because it's really greasy out there now.
Yeah, it certainly is now. That last shower, and the shower just before the game, it's obviously got very greasy. Players slipping over.
Ball thrown back in. Archard was there, trying to come through was Donnet. Got low contact on the legs, but nothing in it. Off the ground was the big
Need
man.
a score here.
Yeah, the Kangas. They go to centre half forward.
Well done.
Bram out. He's on left footer. Step the other way. Now on the right left. Goes over the top. He's got a teammate who can run under it. That's Doyle. Can't stop.
No.
Flipped over. Pushed it over the line for a minor score.
Well,
it was a comedy of errors as he went there. 2-4-16 now, the Kangas. They trail Kerrang 3-6-24, and we've played 27 minutes in this second quarter.
Top two sides all year, deserve to be in the grand final. Putting on a display, yeah, it's hard work, it's wet, it's breezy, it's all of those things, but it's a grand final and they are giving an inch. No. Not 1 inch out there at the moment. Fantastic spectacle. It's 8 points at the moment, as Brian said, 27 into the second quarter, and it's a lead to the Kerrang side. 3 goals, 6. Kuna, 2 goals, 4.
Well, ball up and down again. Not coming out of there. And umpire says, no, I'm going to ball it up. Sunshine just breaking through at the moment. Archard couldn't get it to anyone in particular. Ball at ground level. Cook dived in over the top, tried to handball it out. Picked up by Riley Smith for Kerrang. Banged it on the boot. Got it forward. Just dropping what he should have taken. Klingon couldn't take it and keep going. Ball now in dispute. Got a high tackle. Didn't get a free kick. No. Kelly dived on top of it. Hunter was there. Ball still in dispute.
Yep.
And he's been pinged, and it's going to be a free kick of 40 who goes to Hellman, who bangs it on the boot and gets 60 out of it.
Have a look at that. From a centre half back to over centre half forward at the other end. There's the breeze, but Kerrang got the defenders in. Or whistle. No, the umpire's going to call. Yes, he has called it. Was a quick whistle. Free kick going the way of Michael Dalrymple here at the true centre half back. I think Jared Finlay could quite believe it, but the free kick has been given. It was a quick whistle, Glenn Stewart.
Certainly was, Noel. And what have we
Pretty right.
28, nearly 29 minutes. I mean, obviously there's a lot of boundary throw-ins again, so the quarter will probably stretch towards the 30-minute mark.
Jesse Clark does the right thing on a defensive way, goes straight across the ground, comes off the hands of the pack, just landed it close enough that a defender gets the hand on, over the line and out of bounds. 3 goals, 6-24, plays 2-4-16. The lead with the Kerrang combination on the Rural Business and Community scoreboard. And, have a listen to it. I tell you what, those scores are terrific. 1-0 now. Well, they've got away, as we just heard Phoebe mention, 21-15 at half-time.
Off the pack, Kelly got it, but it was barked in defence by 40. who plays on it. Oh, that's a shocking, wobbling looking thing inside forward 50. Unable to pick it up was Coates. Oh, I got hold of it though. And a good tackle by Daniel Coates from Kerrang.
Quick.
And he needs to get it inside. He gives it off to Hellman. Hellman from the edge of 50. It's gone long, but it's gone wide. Over the line, out of bounds at the full, and it'll be a free kick in the last line of defence to Bryce Curnow for the Kerrang side.
Tell you what, just as well, had a message come through. Echuca about half an inch in one big downpour this afternoon. How lucky are we here? I would say very at the moment. The kick, Curnow, he's been a lovely disposer of the footy today. Let's watch. Goes bang with the kick. Again, distance. Accuracy is going to be pinpoint because it's very close to that boundary line. Again, one touch, straight over the line and out of bounds. And we know that he can play centre half back very well, but he's got plenty of help down there at the moment because Dalrymple is down there as well with him. So boundary umpire comes into play again.
Ball thrown back in. Archer, Davis, ball in dispute. Still no one can ever get it. Stagg got it off the back. It's going to be a free kick, and it's going to go back to Joel Hellman for the Kangas. Now, he looks inside. The umpire says, no, go back and behind your mark. Hammond just sneaks around behind him. He can chip it there. Decides no. Late in the quarter. Get it to the top of the square. Ball over the back. Bouncing. It hit the post.
Yep.
And it will be a throw-in. Right on the last line of defence. Deep into attack. 31 minutes gone here. It is 24 plays 16. 8 points to the better of the Kerrang Blues.
Anybody listening at the footy today? The raffle winner, Orange D51. As we see the little kids down the front, they look like they're ready to go, Brian. That must be close. The boundary umpire throws the ball in and up and under here, gives Kerrang an opportunity to clear. Or Kerrang, Kahuna to take a mark, but Smith, smallest man in the pack, Riley Smith, stood his ground. The ball just lopped into his arms and he's giving direction. You know where he's going. Outer side boundary, Smith goes the up and under, long drop punt, gets all of 55 metres again, close to the line, over the line in fact, and out of bounds. Must be close to half time, and at the moment it is 3-6 Kerrang 24, Kahuna 2 goals for 16 on the Rural Business and Community scoreboard.
32 minutes. There it is. Right on 32 minutes here. And the siren has gone for half-time in the 2020 Grand Final. And it is at half-time.
His temperature up there was 31 degrees. Did you want to know that? No.
Thanks very much, Stewie. Get off.
Feels, it's about 14. It feels like 8 here. Thank you very much. Both teams now in position. Anderson in the ruck. Where's Archard? He's gone back. And free also in the back half, so they're stacking them up down back.
They've got 8.
Yeah, Metherall is going to take on Hunter. Coates going back there along with Hahn. Curnow gone forward as well as Dalrymple as we're about to get underway here for the third quarter thanks to Battery Tech. And Noel Watson, take us through the third quarter action.
The ball comes forward, free kick hold, goes away of Hellman. Kuna Kangas playing a 4-man forward line here. Should be room to move. They've got plenty of options now. Hellman should kick to the top side. He does. The Swan Hill Brooms area goes over the goal. Big mark taken. The umpire has paid it. He's going to put the player around here. Daniel Coates has taken the mark. Forward flank area. Now, this is going to test because, Brian, the breeze...
We have watched a view from this spot, Noel, and if he doesn't start it inside the point post on the left side, it is going to float right across.
He will miss the lot. The big fella, Johnston's down there. Hellman's down there. In underneath is Findlay. He runs around, kicks it across the body. Look at the breeze. He should listen to us. The ball has been marked outside back pocket by Lockie Ross.
Ross chips it over. Curnow, he's quickly gone back. He decides, no, he has to go all the way back to the other side because Ross wasn't behind his mark.
Oh.
He decides now, okay, well, I'll kick it back to Bryce Curnow. And he does as Tyson Findlay comes up and takes the mark. And that's not a 50-metre penalty. The umpire just says, come back. You have to be give him a little room. He plays on now. He comes to the grandstand side. A long kick. Up and under. Hahn was in there. Got pushed out of it by Hellman. No free kick. Hellman picks it up again. Went to ground level. Handballed it off. There's going to be a free kick. No, held up. As as Patterson was about to bang it on the boot, and the umpire said, no, give it a man, I'll ball it up. How was that not a push in the back?
Joel Hellman doesn't know, and he did it. The ball from the ruckwork goes toward Hellman. In underneath there, the soccer hold. Should be a free kick going away of Kernaghan's. Advantage is paid here to Jack Donnan. Had a little look. Now Donnan has started.
Oh, comes back.
Donnan has started left.
Oh, the big fella.
Has taken the mark. Dylan Johnson. Brian Mansbridge. Genius. Set that up because he told him. I reckon you ran down there and told him, didn't you? Have a look at that kick if you get a chance. Jack Donnan was going to kick it out of bounds on the full. Johnston has taken the mark, turned around and jailed it. Thank you very much. 2-point ball game. Kerrang 3 goals, 6-24. Kahuna 3-4, 22. And Stewie, to coin a phrase, game on.
Oh, yes, certainly is, mate. You get one against the Breeze today. That's fantastic work there by the Kernaghan's. I thought the Kerrang defence, a beautiful kick there by Kerno, but great work here. They were able to win the free kick just in front of us here on the centre wing, and they were able to work the ball back, and that was a beautiful kick there, and floated back in, and great mark.
12-minute mark of the grand final in the netball. Brian Balreynolds have got away, 35, leading Swan Hill 31.
Ooh.
4 goals.
That's plenty.
Well,
Run, put some defenders back.
in the context of football, that's heaps, but Nettie, it can turn around pretty quickly. Ball back in the middle. Here, a goal against the Breeze, the first one for the afternoon. Ball off the pack. Who can come out of it? Gillingham went through the pack, didn't actually take it. Hellman stripped him of the ball, handballed it out, picked up by Marty Kelly though. Burst through the pack, banged it on the boot, went to half forward, got over the back. Hammond, good, well, read it well. Banged it on the boot out wide. Hellman again. He's lifted his work rate. Cook got hold of it, but he was quickly tackled by Marty Kelly. And to the umpire said, give it a minute, and I'll ball it up centre wing grandstand side.
Right in front of photographer Shane Fleming. Read about it in The Guardian on Tuesday. The ball bounces up quickly. Jack Donnan. Did he learn from the last? He did kick it across the ball. They'd like to hold. Free kick, no. Comes out the back. That will be a free kick. Oh, no! Nearly peeled him like a banana. He's got up. He thinks he's got the free kick. He can't believe it. I don't believe it either. Jared Findlay looks at the central and says, well, mate, I've got cauliflower ears.
Well, ball balled up again, off the pack. Oh, coming through was Bird. Couldn't get hold of it. He got tackled, held up. And eventually the umpire said, no, give it to me again. I'll ball it up to Ruckman set themselves. Johnson took it out of the ruck, dropped it, couldn't get the boot, had a fresh air, he couldn't get the boot to it. Ball, picked it up off the ground again, got tackled again. The umpire said, no, give it to me.
Good work,
and I'll ball it up again.
Good work by Johnson,
Yep.
the big fella.
He's working hard.
Yes,
Get
he
it out
is.
of there,
But
no.
he has to, Stewie. The forwards have to work hard.
Yep.
He gets the ruck work across. A chance here for the Kerrang side. They do. They get the little handball across, and that was by Hayes. Sets a teammate up to centre wing, but the ball's going to bounce to Kernaghan's. They've got 2 or 3 players back. The handball over the top here was by Cook. Now, the opportunity here for Sam McGlone needs to lower the eyes. Does. Taken by Jesse Clark, though. Comes to Kelly. Smother. Beautiful. Kernaghan's want to get on the boot quickly. Toma with the boot. Just lays it down, hoping for the mark. Is it going to come to the pack forward? No. Donnett's not able to get it. In under there for Kerrang. It's Kerno. Gives the hands wide. Free kick. Oh, the umpire has called a free kick. It's going the way back to Bryce Kerno.
Smart Kerno, didn't take possession of it, tapped it out, and they so clean with his hands. He was straight away, was on it. Finds the target now on the outer side, finds Ross. He gave it off to Gillingham, who's run. He went out wide, he had heavy side, bouncing ball, if he can keep it in, he's got a paddock. He traps it back to himself, does keep it in, gets around Tyson Finlay, sees Hall, he takes the mark. Now he's on the right side, he looks up, he sees Nitsky all by himself, and he chips it there, and they'll have another shot on goal. Now the Blues from about 48 metres, nearly directly in front.
Distance, absolutely.
Should be able to get it. Have played 6 minutes. They lead by 2 points. They've had a goal kicked against them, up and under. He gave it everything. He got the distance. It's just not coming back from the right-hand side through for a minor score, 3-7-25. Kerrang 3-4-22 Kahuna. We have played just on 6 minutes in this third quarter.
Tommy Metherall changed the boots at half-time.
Good mark.
And got a lot of distance. And as you heard Stewie say, Josh Bird on the outer side took it an absolute
One-hander.
blinder. Under the conditions, a ripper. But Metherall with the new
white
boots,
boots on.
yep, kicked it a lot
Trying to
better.
stand out.
Yeah. Down from half back to half forward. A little bit of extra distance on this kick. Ball comes out the back. Players go to ground. Not able to get it clearly out of there was Patterson. Central umpire gets across and will throw the footy up. I thought the umpires were to cross through. It hasn't happened on this occasion. They just seem to be stagnant, standing around the middle. Kick from the ruckwork goes down close to the boundary line on the outer side. Now, will it stay in? It won't. But importantly for Kerrang, it's gone over the line and out of bounds. Importantly for Kahuna, it's in their forward pocket.
And they've been able to get it inside their attacking zone quite a bit this quarter, which they weren't able to do a lot of in the first quarter.
A goal would be crucial, wouldn't it?
3-point lead to Kerrang, kicking with probably what we've been talking about, 3 or 4 goal breeze. Haven't been able to kick too many with it. Ball over the back of the pack. Off the pack, Donnet got a kick, but it's gone towards the boundary line, bouncing in front of Bird. Eventually over the line, out of bounds for another throw in. Still about 25 metres around from the Kahuna goal. In front of the leisure centre on the outer side of the Swan Hill Recreation Reserve.
Donnett's been good.
Yep. If what I'm hearing is right, it's going to be a big old time in Balranald. We'll wait to see the ball thrown back in. It comes over the back. Players from both sides converge. Kerrang it is who are able to pick it up and kick the ball long from half back. A little bit of distance, a little bit of carry, but too tall, too strong. Getting across half back here. Reece Free takes the mark. Got a player loose on the outer side. Goes to him, and that player is Archard.
Archard takes the mark, then steps inside. Looks back on the right boot, kicks it long towards the big man in Anderson, coming from behind. Stagg got hold of it first. It was play on though. Ball coming back inside. Well, Hunter. Josh Hunter stood up and took a really strong mark in defence and played on quickly to Bryce Curnow, who looks over the top and gives a handball off to heavy side.
Heavy side is soft through the middle of the ground. The kick, a scrubber. Should be Archard in the middle. The big fella has to bend. He does. Kicks it off the outside of the boot, just going for distance more than anything if he can. Quick little push forward by Donnet, not able to find a teammate. But Hellman, I thought he was going to pick it up and go, not able to. Central comes in and says, let's ball it up. And the big fellas are doing a lot of work out there at the moment. They'll have tied legs come three-quarter time.
Well, neither side can really make a dominance here. This breeze is unbelievable. It's going up and down in the one spot. Diving on it was Gillingham. And the umpire said, no, give it to me. As the pressure came from McGlone. Little pressure coming there. Toma gives Hahn a bit of a push. Ball thrown in the end. Anderson got it over the top. Good work though. Tapping it off there was Kerrang. Trying to get it was Hall. Diving in over the top was Donnet. Is he going to get a free kick? Yes. I think it might be a high tackle. No, the umpire said no, give it back to me.
He touched his head.
I thought he was going to say...
scratching his ear.
Maybe he was just listening to a little conversation in his ear. Ball will be thrown up.
Kahuna staying with an 8-man defence, and the umpire has said, we'll ball it up. Quickly get an update on the netball.
Thanks, guys. The final siren's gone, and Balranald have won by 2 goals, 35-33, in a very hard-fought game. It is amazing down here. The energy is so up. Everyone is so happy. Balranald have broken their drought, and it's just amazing scenes down here. Back to you guys.
Balranald take out the A-grade netty. It'll be a party time for the Kangas tonight. The ball off the pack and close to goal for the Kangas. A quick kick, but it's gone the wrong side of the stick and through for a minor score. 3-5-23. Kahuna. Kerrang 3-7-25. We've played 10 minutes in this third quarter and 1 goal against the breeze. Kerrang can't get it in their forward zone. Curnow, it will take it and he'll go long down the middle.
Curnow goes an up and under. More up and along at the moment, but the big pack is playing. Free kick going the way of Kerrang. Push out goes the way of Davis. Now Davis will unload from centre. Comes right forward, which is the attacking side. Oh, Archard gets back. Cops one and should get the free kick and will put his body on the line. Are they going to take advantage? No.
Not allowed to.
Bit up. Ben Archard goes back. I just thought the umpire, Brian, he was sort of looking as if to say, well, we might. Ben Archard will go back and kick over the man on the mark. Bit of push and shove going on here. See Reece Free is about, 6'4", having a push with a little fella standing in there right beside him, having a good go. The ball comes short across the ground and Patterson is marked.
He's got a player back, and that's Hellman. Right next to his goal. He's gone all the way back. Now Hellman goes over the top, finds Hammond, who stands out in front of the scoreboard on the outer side. A little chip over the top, finds Tommy Metherell with the white boots on. Tommy trying to get the eye of the umpires, probably with those white boots, decides to go down the ground. Henderson over the back, couldn't quite take the mark. Ball at ground level, Hayes was there, couldn't quite get up and take the ball. Eventually the umpire says, Joshy Bird, give me the ball and I'll throw it back up on centre wing on the outer side.
Tell you what Metherell is doing, he's kicking the ball a hell of a lot better than he was earlier on.
Yeah, he was kicking it terrible.
Yeah. The
Floating.
he was floating them, yeah. From the ruck work of free kick going, well, you guess, Kerrang on the outer side, and they will take the free kick through centre wing. This is almost reminiscent of the first year, because we talked about a win for Kahuna, even though they were being outscored. The kick long. Look at the massive play. Look at the leap. Oh, not able to bring it to ground. That big leap over the top was by Hammond. The ball goes to ground. Oh, Kelly unleashes one, but the umpire says, hey, I think he may be getting a 50 and may well be going off. Well, we'll wait and see. But certainly the 50 was there as Marty Kelly got a bit frustrated, I think. Central umpire can't keep up with the players. And says, no, keep going. Going all the way back. It's a good 50. And now coming across the ground, lovely play. Sees the ball come in the hands of Reece Free.
Centre half forward Free, who's playing it back. He goes long, puts it inside forward 50, floating. Who can mark it? No one front centre. Donnet bangs it on the boot, puts it up and under. It's floating around. It's going to be a mark, is it? It will be. And Kerrang, and it's going to be Coates. Oh, it's Kahuna, I'm sorry, and it will be Daniel Coates.
Yep.
Will take it right. Well, he's only 15 metres out. He's on the outer side. The breeze will be directly into his face. He will get the distance, but can he get the accuracy? Comes in, stagnant, bangs it on the boot.
Hit the post.
Hit the post. Through for a minor score. 3-6-24 Kahuna, 3-7-25 Kerrang. We've played 13.5 thanks to Battery Tech.
Would have been very, very handy, that, boys.
I tell you what, though, that is not an easy kick today.
No, that's
absolutely
right.
not. Jesse Kelly comes down the centre wing area, getting back, almost took the mark there, wasn't able to. That was free. The ball comes to ground, stays in the field of play. Now over the line and out of bounds. Good tactical move there with Reece Free going back there. But
yeah, he's played well since he's gone back.
Yeah, and
into the play.
I was just going to say, Brian, and Archard getting back. They're playing a 7 or 8 man defence here, Kahuna, and it's working because when they go forward, they've got space.
Certainly are.
Look at the clouds to our south.
No, I'm not.
Don't worry. Not good radio, but I can tell you, it's heavy.
Helmet gives it off to Free. Again, he bangs it on the boot, puts it inside forward 50. Not able to take it. Donnet, ball in dispute. Grounded. Now stacks on the middle. Umpire says, nah, give it to me and I'll ball it up.
Donnet's played well. He's a contender.
He's a very good player.
Good all
day. Donnet.
Yeah,
and the ball will be thrown up on half forward in attack for the Kangas.
The ruckman picked the ball up. Clever play by Troy Coates. Caught everybody out. Archard's going to do a similar thing. Palms the ball. Wants the handball back. Needs a shepherd. Not able to get it, but because at the back of the pack, Tommy Metherell with a new boots. Looks for and finds a teammate in Nathan Taylor.
Taylor off the boot. Not a very good kick. Running at it was Dalglish. Couldn't handle it. Now picked up.
Pressure.
Done very nicely. Done out there was McLaughlin. And eventually it's been forced out towards the boundary line, over the line, out of bounds, half forward for the Kahuna Kangas. They have done all the attacking this quarter. They have not given the opportunity at all for Kerrang. They've just banged it on the boot and hoped for the best. Kerrang and cannot get it inside their forward 50. A massive defensive entourage in the back half for the Kangas.
I tell you what, congratulations to the spectators on the outer side. They have stuck at it and stuck fat out there, haven't they?
Good bar over there.
Well, the footy's over there. They're getting a good view of it from the ruckwork. The ball comes to ground. Players from both sides. Heavy side is in there underneath. Kahuna Kangas, they just want a contest. And you know what? They want another one and another one and another one because they're kicking into the breeze and it's a pretty strong breeze. They're doing a really good job at the moment. Kerrang, as Brian said, difficult. Curno's now gone forward, but he's got a player right beside him equal in stature, Reece Free.
Well, off the pack was Stagg, banged it on the boot, put it towards Booth. He got tackled, tried to handle up. There's going to be advantage paid. Coates, he's going to go long. Can't make he's made the distance, Philly, but couldn't hit the player, and running back there was the teammate in Michael Dalrymple, but it's through for a minor score, 3-8-26, 3-6-24, and that is a 2-point ball game, and Kahuna just down by those 2 points.
The kick goes to centre wing. Kahuna have the mark on the outer side. Tyson Finlay, Josh Bird, desperate to get back on here for Kahuna Kangas. The Kangas have the 40, kicking down toward half forward. A bit of hustle and bustle in the front of the pack. Clever. The Kahuna Kangas get the ball wide. Marty Kelly goes in. Handballs to a pack of players. Then comes up the second time. Comes up for air. Gets the ball in the middle. And there he is, Curnow, lurking around the centre of the ground. Says to the umpire, what about it? Gillingham's back on the ground. Comes wide. Curnow says, no, I'm going to go along with it. The kick down the ground. And have a look. Getting in front. Lovely timely mark by Conforti.
Went out and found Archer. He had to go underneath. Now he had McLaughlin. Has to pick it up. Under pressure. Went to Hellman. Stagg got him. Drop of the ball. It will be. And Stagg for Kerrang. Puts the pressure on Hellman. Takes the free kick. Runs around. Arcs towards the top of the square. One-on-one contest. Coates there. Can't take it. And it was Dalrymple as well. And over the line. Out of bounds for a throw-in. Hammond did very, very well on a one-on-one.
Gee, it's been a long 17 minutes, Glenn Stewart.
It certainly has, hasn't it?
Gee, it's a battle of attrition, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tough around the clinches in the.
Seems to me like they've been going 30 minutes already. Ruckman go at it. The ball comes out wide. Chance for Kerrang. Coates runs onto it. Gets the little handball, but I'll have a look at the leg speed.
One-handed.
Absolutely. Hang on. What have we got? A free kick.
It is
back.
Just a one-handed handball.
Yeah, going out the back. And Kahuna will settle with Tommy Metherall.
Metherall goes out wide. It's gone over the back of the pack.
Take it.
Yep, and over the line out of bounds for a throw-in as Dalrymple comes from the ground and Runsman comes back on for Kerrang over the outer side. Big Troy Davis for Kerrang up against Anderson. He pushes him under the pack and he's going to get a free kick against it. It's going to be Anderson for the Kangas, and he gives it off to Hellman and then gave the Shepherd. Ball was smothered though. Clark couldn't quite get it. Give a little handball over towards there. It's the heavy side. He dropped probably what he should have taken.
Yep.
Now picked up Coates. Plays on, chips it over the top, and the Big Johnson has taken the mark. Now this is a difficult kick. He would be 35, maybe nearly 40 metres out. He's deep in the leisure centre pocket. He's got to kick it into the teeth of the breeze from there. A difficult kick as Metherall comes off, Fairing comes back on.
Donald got a bit of cramp too.
That could be the kick of the day, just had a little look, Brian, to spot him.
He just held it back.
Yep.
Good kick by Coates. Dylan Johnson. This one to really get him up and about. Bangs it. Not going to make the distance. It's up and under. Top of the square. Can't make anyone get hold of it. Ball in dispute. Going to ground. And eventually the umpire says, give it to me and I'll ball it up. Riley Hurd and there Sam Heavisar.
I'll have a chip at him. He was a little cute. He probably should have just banged it hard and gone for a score. Tried to do the right thing, the team thing, which you don't, unfortunately, under these conditions do. The ball's gone quickly out of defence, outer side, centre wing. Kerrang breathe a sigh of relief. Even though they're in front, they're a couple of points up. It's 3 goals, 8-26 Kahuna, 3 goals, 6-24. And that's on the Battery Tech All Batteries for Everything scoreboard. And the time at the moment continues to tick. Central umpire having a chat. Free kick, I must suggest. Looks like it's going the way of Bronson Booth for Kerrang, and it is.
It will.
A little bit off the plate.
Yes.
And he kicks it long. Goes inside forward 50, but there's a lot of water jumpers and a good push and a good mark. That is a contender for the Swan Hill Higher mark of the day. Jake Hammond. Oh, tried it. Chipped in. Marty Kelly runs to the arc of 50. Goes towards Curnow. Oh, and that's 50.
Oh, can't be.
Oh,
and he's
very, very close. Yes, he's bringing him back. He'll be right in front now, Bryce Curnow. He'd already taken the mark. It was a late contest. And it's now going to be Bryce Curnow from the top of the square to give them a 8-point break. Curnow barrels it. That's going out. That's straight out and over the road into McCallum Street. And that is another one to the Kerrang Blues. They got a 4-8-32. They lead Kahuna 3-6-24. We've played 21 minutes in this third quarter on the Battery Tech scoreboard. Well, Stewie.
That'd be a new ball, I reckon. By the time they try and get that ball, and the poor little umpire there's trying to.
Yeah, he's got a new one coming out.
Oh, there it is. There. Yep.
Yep.
I don't know whether the 50 was there, but he got it and went down. And Curno's played a great game. He's a real contender for
It was late. It was late. He'd already taken the mark, and once they take the mark,
final, Brian.
No, it is. No, but I've seen him during the year where that late, that after he's taken the mark, you really can't make contact, and it was probably that too late. They've got the ball now. It's taken a while.
It has. It's come back in. Very, very dexterous, that young fella down there.
Yeah, over the fence.
Flew the fence like nobody's business. Absolutely fantastic. Got the ball back in the hands of the boundary umpires, who now have got a big job to run it back into the breeze. Central umpire will have the ball, but I tell you what, 22 minutes tense, really tense. Kerang were under all sorts of pressure, Kahuna. Let's see if they can bounce here. It is 4-8-32. That's Kerang, Kahuna, 3 goals, 6-24 on the Battery Tech or Batteries for Everything scoreboard.
Ball off the pack, helmet. It's held up. Nothing coming out of that. Umpire says no, ball it up just outside the centre circle. Off the pack, Donnet takes it, goes long inside forward 50. Now it'll drift. Can they take it? Well done by Jesse Clark. Picked it up front and square. Hayes picks it up, gets tackled quickly by Riley Hurd. It's not coming out of there. Umpire says, give it a minute, I'll ball it up.
He does exactly that. 30 metres out from Kahuna's goal. They'd love to get one back. Ruckman, go at it. The ball comes to ground. Not able to find it clearly. Oh, Hellman just had a side kick at it. Donnet went back in hard, diving across the pack. Not able to pick it up, Kahuna. Central blows the whistle. Everybody looks at him as if to say,
yeah, they did, didn't
they? Is it mine? Is it not? Central umpire will ball it up.
Well, he will again. Johnson tries to push Dalrymple underneath.
Which way?
Held onto him. And it's going to be against him. Wow. And it's going to be Johnson for the Kangas directly in front, Nelly.
I love the crowd.
Yeah.
One crowd saying, oh, finally we get one.
Yeah.
The other crowd.
That wasn't there.
Dylan Johnson has won. Now, he needs to start this inside the left-hand goalpost.
Oh, point post.
Point post, I mean. In between the goalpost, the left-hand goalpost, and the left-hand point post. And it will come back. He does kick it there. It's coming back. He's put it through. Look at this.
That's a good goal. That's a good goal.
Kahuna, they trail just by 2 points, 4-8-32 Kerang. 24 minutes gone, third quarter on the Battery Tech scoreboard.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is a contender, mate. That was a great kick in the circumstances into the breeze. And beautifully called there, Brian. He did have to start it out there on the left-hand side, just in halfway between the goalpost and the point post, and it just floated back beautifully and went right through the centre of the goals.
Full forwards know how to kick goals, mate.
That's it. That's what they get paid the big money for, mate.
Started it exactly where you needed to start it.
2-point game. The ball's going forward. Can Hellman get the second grab? He can't. Niski's got it. Oh, he's lost it. He tried to do the one-hander. Under these conditions, you cannot do that. Kerang have the footy at their feet. That's Kelly. The ball in under at centre half forward. Central umpire says, boys, hand it to me. Rolling. Move that ball about 30 metres from centre to just on the centre half forward 50-metre line. Kahuna into attack.
Centre half forward again. Ruckman set themselves. Off the pack, Gillingham over the top. Gave it to Klingon. He banged it on the boot, put it down to half back. Good punch away by Conforti. Patterson was front and square, couldn't handle it though. And eventually it bobbled over the line, out of bounds, centre wing, out of side. And a 2-point ball game, 25 minutes gone. Third quarter.
That shower seems to have gone around.
It did go around.
Yeah.
Stewie, I've just
Bit of blue
watched it
sky
out there.
coming out there.
It's quite nice.
At the moment, we could run 4 boundaries on one side and none on the other. The other would be this side. The ball picked up by Nitsky, spins, kicks the ball long. It goes across the boot. You've got to carry the pack. No, it hasn't. Coming in front there is Coates. Shoots the handball there. Sharking. Good running. Kahuna Kangas. Now they need a mark. Will the ball settle? No. Player had a look across. Get the footy first. That player there was third. Had a little tug of the jumper, but Hurd. Oh, clever. Got around. Kicks the ball into the Donnet direction, but it's going to carry the back. Oh, drop what they should have taken there. So it goes in high. Free kick will go the way of Ryan Gillingham. Coos and cheers takes the free. It was there.
Yeah, he
got
dived
it
down.
high.
He might have been a little lucky because he did dive down and try and take the ball at ground level.
I think there was a kicking and danger opportunity there as well.
Yeah, could have been. Ross has taken the mark. He'll go straight down the line and find a teammate he used to play a bit with in Stag. He gave it off to Gillingham inside forward 50, but the numbers back. The big numbers. Metherell takes the mark. He finds Coates, Daniel, here on the outer side. He chips it over the top, finds Reese free, and Reese says, Sam, just slow it down a little, son. We'll
What
just
Ricky's
take our
saying
time.
too.
And he'll chip it back and find Daniel Coates again.
Will he take the risk? He will. He'll go right across the face of goal. Is it going to stay in? No. It just come off the hands of Tommy Metherell. Just couldn't quite hold it in. So this big mass of players, it's like somebody's pulled the plug in the bath. They're all going straight.
That's a good analogy, mate.
Well, that's what they are doing.
If it started
They're going to red spin.
Yeah, that's right. If they started spinning, I'd be really worried.
They've all gone over towards the scoreboard. There would be 30 of them. The ball carries a pack out the back, going in quickly. Kuna Kangas, they want their handball close to the boundary line. They get it. In fact, it's gone over the line and out of bounds. Oh, what a game we've got so far as the scoreboard is concerned. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it's maybe not that skillful. But it's 32 plays 30 in a grand final, and that's what you want. That's on the Battery Tech scoreboard. 28 minutes about to tick over.
Balranald were the winners in the A-grade netball here this afternoon. They'll be up and partying. The Kangaroos, the blue and white. Well, off the pack, picking it up was Kelly. Good break through, and it'll be another ball up or just outside the arc of 50. We've played just on 27, nearly 28 minutes. Ball thrown in the air. Anderson off the pack. Quick kick around the body by the Kerrang. Well done there by Coates. He gave it back to Hammond. Hammond banged it on the boot, put it outside defensive 50, but it's close to the line and over and out. Half forward, it'll be another throw in on the outer side.
He's been good, Hammond. Really good, I think, today. Just a steadier. Yeah, 1955 for Balranald A-grade to have a side in the grand final. Congratulations to them. And, well, they might party on. The ball comes to the middle of the ground. Doyle gave a little look-away handball. I tell you what, it might come off because picking it up there quickly, trying to get the ball forward, Kuna Kangas, though it's gone over the line and out of bounds. They'll be happy at the moment. They just want to hold and retain. They've got the one against the Breeze, the one they wanted. At quarter time it was Kerrang by 21, half time by 8. At the moment, it's 2. It's whittling its way down.
2 goals against the Breeze. The Kangas. Anderson up against the big man in Davis. Oh, running through was Kelly. Went straight past Cook. Is it going to be a free kick? It is. Going to go to the Kangas. Hellman on the ground as Gillingham stands the mark. Joel Hellman for the Kangas. On the outer side. Looks up. Has to kick it long. Will look inside forward 50. Ross should get there. Going to take an easy chest mark and does. And he'll play on quickly. Chip it into the centre of the ground. Hunter was the target. And he hits Hunter at centre half back.
Plays on quickly. Called to because he'd gone around. Niski with the 40. Has the players wide. Looks for and finds him in Dalglish. Has to kick it up and under. Allows pressure to come. The ball comes forward. Oh, high tackle. Big high tackle. No problem at all for mine. Free kick going the way of Kerrang. And that will be the Michael Dalrymple. From goal when Nick Stagg finally gets the ball to him. Gets up. Should kick it. Needs to lower the eyes.
Look at the numbers inside defensive 50.
Kuna Kangas have got them all back. The kick is an up and under. Now there's numbers back there. Getting back. Not able to take the footy. Freeze got it over the top. Gets it over to Archard. Archard looks to the boundary side and finds Nathan Taylor who takes the mark. Relieving mark.
Well, it is. But
Must be close to siren time.
Yeah, it is. Taylor looks back. Metherell, little chip. Metherell's been good with by boot. Since he's changed it to the white ones, he bites off plenty, goes into the middle of the ground, doesn't hit the target. Ball in dispute now. Working back. Oh, not been able to pick it up. Well done, though, by wide. Oscar couldn't quite cook. Gave it up to Conforti, who banged it on the boot, put it out towards Johnson. Bouncing ball. He overrun it. Hunter, Josh, picks it up. Gives it off to heavy side. He looks up and under. Can someone take a mark? Ross couldn't quite get there. Hall was good enough. Gave it off to Ninsky. in, they should be out.
Yeah, they are out at the moment because Curno's got it, comes across the ground, lowered the eyes, has a 2-on-1, or now in fact the ball goes to ground because in underneath was Gillingham, dropped it from this side of the play, the umpire unsighted, correctly, cannot see it, doesn't call it. Bryce Curnow says, boys, I'll do the ruck work, and that's exactly what's happening at the moment. Bryce Curnow has the ruck work to do, and coming across to go with him is the big fella in Anderson.
Ball in the middle of the ground. Deep into this final quarter, we've just ticked over 31 and a half minutes as it goes out towards the scoreboard. Conforti's going to be first there. Bangs it on the boot, up and under. That's going to float over the line, out of bounds on the full.
Could have given a hand.
He could have. Hammond was standing there. He decided he wanted to get it out of his area.
Could be dangerous.
This will be a shot.
Yeah, he's going to have a shot on now. I'm looking at Conforti, and he's standing right on the arc of 50. Oh, no, he's actually inside. So he's going to kick it from 48 metres.
Will he kick around the body or kick it straight?
I don't know. I'll wait until I see what's happening. He's ironing up as he will. He comes in, plays on, puts it to the top of the square. Who can take Hunter? Got up, couldn't quite get it. Through for a minor score, 4-9, 33. Vicky Blues and Kahuna, 4-6-30. We've played 32 minutes in this third quarter, the premiership quarter.
Archie looks as though he's got cramp there, pushing up against the goalpost.
He does. From the kick-in, goes long to the outer side, does Metherell with the kick. Long kick, beautiful kick. Needs to be touched. Has it been? No.
You play on now.
You don't play on, it doesn't matter. Yep, exactly right. Boundary umpire comes into play, and the ball will be thrown. 8-man defence here for Kahuna Kangas, and why wouldn't you?
Well, they've done very well. They've defended very, very well. Off the pack. Whoa, ooh. Oscar just picks it up. Can't there, Cook. Ball now gone inside forward 50, but it's all Kerrang at the moment. They need to get the ball. Tackle from behind. Pushing the back, not paid. Ball, there's the siren. 3/4 time. It's the grand final, the 2022 grand final of Central Murray, and it is a 3-point ball game.
If you want to attack, the Kahuna Kangas are going to come from the centre to this side if they're going to, win the game.
As we saw, though, earlier, Stewie, the wind won't do it for you.
No, that's right. That's right.
Well,
you can't sit back and say.
Look at back now. I'm just looking in defence. You've got Curnow, you've got Ross, who are both, loosies, and then all of a sudden down the other end, you've got Free, still a loose one down there as well. So, it depends on who can do it. Well, we're about to get underway. Thanks to Sid Wilson Auto Electrics, the final quarter of 2022, the grand final. Noel Watson, take us through all the action.
The boys are up and going. Free kick going the way of Kahuna Kangas for mine. Copped it high, and it's going out the back. And the free kick is going the way of Jared Finlay, who is a contender for our Cadiz Mechanical and 4x4 best on.
Ball kick long inside forward 50, got over the back, bouncing. It's got to go over the line, out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in in front of the scoreboard. Still a 3-point ball game early on, but they have the first inside 50, the Kahuna Kangas.
Win, lose or draw tactically, brilliant move in the third quarter by Kahunas, as Brian has explained. Yep. Tactically, whether they win, lose or draw, it's really put them in the game and give them a chance. From the ruck work, the ball has come out the back. Jesse Clark's got the footy in front of him, but he's going to see it safely over the line and out of bounds. Kerrang have the advantage, minor as it is, 4 goals, 9-33. Kahuna, 4 goals, 6-30. I can tell you the big scoreboard on the outer side is really glowing in the gloomy conditions.
Ball about to be thrown back in on the arc of 50. For the Kangas. Ball hits the ground, picked up by Hellman, went to check side around the corner. It landed in Finlay. That was Jared. He got on that left boot, put it towards the top of the goal, but Curnow, just strong in defence, takes the mark, and Donnet has to go back, and he chips it over the top and finds Dalrymple.
Dalrymple has players wide either side. Will he use the attacking side? He does. Looks for Davis. The ball's going to carry the back of the pack. Comes out through. Tommy Toma had the footy in front. Now the ball is like a cake of soap sitting underneath. I think the umpire will have no option at all here but to ball up right on the point of the 50-metre centre square. Attacking side, Kahuna ever so slightly into advance.
Archer got the tap over the top, but it was cut off by Ninsky, who's just had a couple of fumbles, takes a bounce in the middle. Now another one, runs through the centre of the ground, goes deep inside, but Hammond's going to be all by himself for the Kangas and takes an easy mark, 40 metres out from his defensive goal.
Down the middle. Nope. Goes wide with the kick. Hammond out of side centre wing. The target out there was Coates, but it's carried him, and the free kick is going anyway. And the free kick going the way of Kahuna Kangas on the outer side. And Jesse Clark, who's always busy, takes the free kick. Wants the hands, gives it over. Kahuna need to get a man back here because the ball's going to fall into the hands of Hayden Hall. It does, but Kahuna Kangas get the kick out of defence. Can the mark be taken? It cannot. The ball goes to ground underneath Finlay. Now the big fella in the centre half forward, and Johnson just goes bang into the forward line. Let's get some territory. Don't worry about anything else. Let's get territory. They've done it. Fell into the hands of his teammate down there, Riley Hurd. The ball's in under, working hard. Hurd does the right thing, and look at Curnow.
I was just going to say.
Sprints 60 metres, Glenn Stewart.
Yeah, he certainly did to
get all the way back, and just in case that quick kick came out, he was there.
Ball thrown up, out of side. Johnson's going to pick it up, handballs it over in towards Finlay. That was Jared. Clark did very well, tapped it towards the line. And eventually he was happy to see it go over the scoreboard as Dylan Johnson was running him down, and it'll be thrown in again.
Played all right, Johnson, today.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. 5 minutes gone, final quarter, still a 3-point ball game, no one able to score. Johnson give the big ruckman in Davis a bit of a shove, no free kick, came into his hand, ball out the back, Stacks on the mill. Umpire says, no, give it a man, I'll ball it up, as Tommy Toma gets up holding his head, same with Joel Hellman, but he's got a helmet on, so it's not so bad.
One indiscretion here for either side can be crucial. The ruckman go out at Kelly, has the footy thrown when he got the shot away. The ball comes out the back, picked up quickly there by Dalrymple for Kerrang, gives it over. Running teammate wants the assist, gets it. The assist came the way of the joint coach, not able to get it clear though was Coates, does now. Here's the run for Kerrang. Nitsky, we know he's a runner, gives their hands over the top, didn't quite hit the target, but Kerrang are out and out on the outer side.
They go long inside forward 50, floating over the line, out of bounds on the full. Just couldn't get enough on it to get it back inside the field of play. And Jake Hammond will take the free kick deep in defence, chips a little one over the top, finds Tommy Metherell, who's kicked the ball very well since he's gone to the white boots at half time. He was kicking dead pigeons at one stage early on. He's gone long down the line. It's going to be a free kick, and it's going to go to Hayden. No, it's going to be Sam Heaviside who'll take it for Kerrang.
It's a big call from an umpire who's about 80 metres away, but it was there. The call comes across and picked up here by Jesse Clark. Takes the mark, true centre wing position, comes inboard, finds a teammate in Lachlan Ross. Ross has the footy, surveys the scene, goes left, goes right with the eyes, darting everywhere. The kick up and under, bang, the ball's pushed forward. Kahuna Kangas, can they get it forward? Free was the target that goes into Archard. Archard's got a runner on the outside. That runner has done it. Will the ball sit for him? It does. Oh, take your time, they're calling to him. Donald gets a push after he's had a shot. And the score, minor score, goes along to 2-point difference. Kerrang 4-9-33, Kahuna 4-7-31. It's a matter of points at the moment, and those 2 points favour Kerrang on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
They're the ones you got to kick, Stewie.
Yeah, certainly, Brian. But he could have nearly got a free kick there as well. But anyway, let it go.
Well, Ross played on from fullback, gave the handball to the big man in Dalrymple, and was touched off the boot. Nope. Elman says, I'm going to take the mark. So he's taking the mark outside defensive 50. Arcs around now, takes advantage of the man on the mark. Standing up, tall, was free, couldn't quite get it. Little hands to, wow, that was Davis. Off to Gillingham. Gillingham through the centre of the ground finds Stagg on centre wing on the outer side. He's got Curnow out wide and he's going to go there.
Curnow with the footy, just skillful in his delivery most times, I better say, because on this occasion, no, the hand comes backwards, comes to Kahuna Kangas. They can go the up and under. The target is Hellman. The ball's going to bounce in front of him. Coming back to cross, help out. Quick hands. They want to get it quickly here. Kahuna Kangas, they do. But Troy Davis lurking around the centre wing area. Nobody with him. Has the footy and goes short out wide to Kelly. Martin Kelly.
Marty Kelly plays on quickly. He's turned it over. And it's kicking it straight to Sam McGlone, who takes an easy mark on half back. He decides just to get on that left boot and go outside. Hellman's very much coming into the game now. He's had plenty of it. He arcs around, gets advantage, up and under, has to stand under, got over the back, heavy side should be there along with Finlay, taps it out wide, Curno's there, has to bend down the big man, does a little handball, gives it off to heavy side, he handballs it over the top, gives it to Gillingham, who stepped around his opponent, gave it off to heavy side again, he went over the top to Stagg, he didn't take possession, Hellman came through, it came off and went to Ninsky, he ran, he had to go over the top, found Coates, around the corner, they need to hit a target. Can they hit a target? Bouncing ball. Hall bangs it on the boot. It's going to go long and wide and up and under. But it's going to be all Kangas. And an easy mark taken down there. And they'll play on and chip it out wide and find Joshua Bird.
Josh Bird, now the next kicker's crucial. It has to hit a target. It does. Cook has got it short.
Mark.
Whoa, he spun around. It was
What
Oscar.
mark?
Took a long time for the umpire to pay it, but he did, and Cook kicks from halfback, turn to the ground. Oh, strong mark.
Yeah, strong mark, that
Big
one.
mark, that one by Rouge Free. Gets in front, takes it. Now, the big fella Johnson wants it, boundary line side. Keep it this side if he can. Waiting. Don't know why, because it's all they do is allow the defenders to get down. Now he kicks it in that general direction, and Davis just sits himself underneath the pack. Quick hands over the pack by Kerrang. Will they get the second one? Oh, held on to it a long time, put Nitsky under all sorts of pressure. Kick around the body, not able to be cleared by Coates. Karuna Kangas dropping the 40. Good decision. Just missed it when he was trying to get it away, and Kerrang will get the free kick, and the free kick will go to Nick Stagg.
Yeah,
no, he's handed it over.
Yeah.
No, Stagg got it.
Stagg's got it. Donnet just couldn't quite break the tackle. He's got
Play on us, the
Turner.
call.
He's got the little one in the middle. Oh, well, Gillingham. But now he's been able to butter it up. Gives a long handball over to the co-coach in Curnow. He bites off plenty. He goes to the middle of the ground and finds Snitsky. Josh Snitsky goes off now and runs. He goes out wide. Can he hit the target? Clark the man he wants to get to. Boundary line too close. Had Patterson in the toe and over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in on half forward for Kerrang. The 2-point ball game here at the 9-minute maker of this final quarter of the 2022 Grand Final at the Swan Hill Recreation Reserve. 3SH Central Murray Live.
Ball thrown back in high. Central umpire swings it around and says, "Brawl, free kick." He didn't indicate anything for a little while, then just wanders in and says, "No, free kick going the way of Kerrang."
Stepped up heavy side.
Yeah, he has. A couple of players, experienced players from both sides, stepping up. Certainly Hellman, one of them, heavy side with the footy. Stagg, another, gets the ball wide, kicks down long. Can we see a mark in front? Looks to be for mine. The umpire comes across and he's paid it. And it's Smith with the footy, is it?
Yep.
On the outer side it is. Riley Smith stood his ground. Took a mark belying his height in the pack situation. Smith in front, the ball was always going to drop a little, and he's taken a mark. As we know, not an easy shot from there, Stewie.
No, it's not from there, but...
That breeze dropped a bit.
yeah, a little bit. Yep,
I reckon
yep.
I'm looking
it
at
certainly
those
has.
trees. It's
Yeah,
certainly
no.
not as gusty as was earlier.
No, it certainly has.
Riley Smith. Some breathing space or not. Kicks. Distance. Not there. Accuracy slightly, but an easy mark taken by Conforti directly in front of the goalpost. Now steps around and saws, well, I'll have to kick wide. And he's going to, well, the umpire's trying to bar 6s and 7s. He's about 4 inches one way or 4 inches the other. Kicks it across the ground, I suppose. In the end, that might make the difference. The next goal could win this one, Stewie.
Yeah, it certainly can, Noel. Kerrang just running the football a lot better than they have.
Yep. Coming across. Oh, no.
Hammond was in the goal square. Yeah, just, well, he had just had enough time. They're all out wide in front of the Swan Hill social rooms. He goes long, tail of the target, over the back. Going to be Curnow was there, but picking it up. Oh, Nitsky couldn't quite get his head over the ball. Toma got the hands out. Now they're out. Kicking it was Hurd. Riley Hurd kicked it long. Going over the back, Finlay. Takes the mark, 25 metres out, nearly directly in front, and this will put him in front. First time for the day.
Yep.
He goes back. Jared Finlay for the Kangas. Directly in front.
How good Tommy Toma under pressure.
Under pressure, was able to hit the target. Jared Finlay running back with the flight of the ball. The left footer comes in. Bangs it up the boot. The umpire up the boot. And straight through the middle. And the Kangas take the lead. They go to 5-7-37. They lead Kerrang 4-9-33. 11 and a half gone. Final quarter on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
Stewie, would you move Hellman forward? They have. I don't know whether I'd risk him one more effort in the middle.
Yeah, well, that's right. They've got to get it out again. As I said before, the breeze has dropped down a little bit. and that centre clearance now is quite critical in the game.
Archard's in there. I noticed Tommy Tomer's in there. I would suggest that Donnett's gone in as well, Brian.
He has.
And unfortunately for Kerrang, Nick Stagg came off. Looked a little worse for Ware. Ruckman, go at it. The ball sits for Kerrang. Oh, coming through beautifully off the centre wing with speed as Gillingham kicks it down. The big mark required, and the leap was on, but not able to be taken. And that was by Hunter. Ball's out the back. Shot on goal! Smith! Riley Smith says, anything you can do, I can do just as well anyway. 5-9 Kerrang. Kuna 5 goals 7, and that is an advanced turf goal of the day contender. Big time.
Yeah, great effort there. Fantastic work by Kerrang. Got it out of the centre of the ground and were able to get up there, and Riley Smith was able to do the rest.
Yeah, look, just quick. Off that wing, Ryan Gillingham, he just hit the ball with speed, and that's what you need to do. Take it on, and you never know what can happen. And, Smith lacks a fortune, but what about the leap from Sean Under? He was up that high. Ball is back in the middle. Oh, and out of the ruck. Again, heavy side. Bangs it on the boot. Ball inside 450, front square. Can they pick it up? Smith again. Give it off to a teammate in boot. Swung it. Couldn't get the boot to it, and it's going to be a free kick, and it's going to go to the Kangas, and they chip it out wide and find Joshua Bird.
Just came on through interchange. Josh Bird looks down the ground. The lead on marking attempt, he will be free. Ball goes to ground, comes underneath. Tomer leaves it free, throws the body in. Get the ball first if you can. The ball comes out the back. Karuna, Nonna gets the 40. They can freeze it. Did he keep it in? I think he was in ball, but no. He's kicked it down the ground. The big thump over the back there sees the ball come to Netsky. And Netsky, oh, is he gone? No, he wasn't retarded. It comes back out to Curnow. Curno's got a player beside him. That player is Dalrymple.
He goes out wide. He's got Smith. Off he goes. Takes off. Runs to 50. Top of the square. Boom! Oh, no, it's not. It's right on the point post. Has he taken the mark? The umpire's paid it. Bronson Booth. He will be going back in the leisure centre pocket.
In the leisure.
He'll be in the leisure centre. He will start.
He's in lane 4.
He will start from beyond the outside of the boundary line. He looks. He puts inside. Oh! Has he put it through? That's a goal. That is goal of the day. That's the third term. Bronson Booth gets Kerrang 6 goal. They go to 6-9-45. They lead Kahuna 5-7-37. That is on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
Compliments of Maccas. If you missed it, the A-grade netball went the way of Balranald 35-33. The AFL is up and going, and the Sydney Swans are up and going. First quarter, 18-minute mark. 4 goals, 2 out of the blocks. Collingwood, duck egg.
Ooh.
Absolute duck egg.
They did this to him up there last time.
They did. Oh, can Kahuna Kangas bounce? They have to come and come quickly because they've got to get a couple of goals on the board. Donnett gets an up and under. Tomer provides the Shepherd. Will the ball sit? No, it won't. They're under all sorts here. The ball thrown in the air. Play on as the call. Kahuna Kangas under trouble because coach has got the 40. Kicks it down the ground. Can he get back into that? Troy not able to. The ball sets himself. Oh, Cooper McLaughlin went in high. Didn't get a free kick. Now the umpire says, hey, give it to me. And we'll go from there. McLaughlin, I thought, might have earned one, but the umpire disagreed.
It was a good contest.
Was it ever?
Hunter runs straight at the ball. He ran straight at the ball, and they had a good hard collision. Ball thrown up on the arc of 50. Trying to get it inside. Good work by Taylor. Gave a little flick to Donovan. He got pushed and held, and he's going to get a free kick. And they'll play on quickly through Tommy Tomer. They go long, but Curnow just holds his ground. Goes over the top. Poor old Ryan Gillingham was going backwards. Fell over. Birdie got out there. They've got the numbers though. Little hands over the top. It's going to go back to Gillingham. Good shepherd by Clark. Inside 450. Hunter can't take the grab again. Ball hits front and square. Picking it up and going hard was Patterson for the Kangas. Back to Joel Hellman. He goes long down the wing, but Curnow standing behind. Takes a good strong mark at centre wing, and he'll defend and chip it over the top. And they've got plenty of numbers in the middle of the ground.
Still plenty of time for Kahuna. They don't need to. They can lower their eyes. Curnow's taken 3 relieving marks across our back this quarter already. Lower the eyes and steady. Kerrang have got the foot in the centre of the ground. Getting plenty of it through the middle. Through this particular area today is Josh Nitsky, being good. We saw him earlier take a couple of bounces through this area. He's got Davis wide if he wants him. Nitsky going to go defensive side, goes short with the footy. Good lowering of the eyes. That's clever play. Gets over and finds Nick Pay. Pay with the footy. Right forward flank for players to lead to him. Goes the up and under while it's more out off the side of the boot. Sets it up for the players down the ground. Not able to get onto it. Quickly coming through Hayes. The ball comes out the front of the pack. The ball goes over wide, very close to the boundary line, and the central umpire has to cover a bit of ground to get over to ball the air conveyance up and give the ruckman and on ballers a chance.
Brandon Hayes is a long way forward. I've never seen him down there too often, but he is standing down in the forward line. Ball in a massive pack over the far side. Heavy side again. He has had plenty. Ball, kick back, big pack. Lots of white jumpers there. Booth picks it up, got tackled, held up over the line, out of bounds. And we throw in that forward pocket deep into attack. Leisure Centre side of the Swan Hill Recreation Reserve. Ruckman set themselves. Anderson ran towards it. Smith, Coates, can't get a hand on it. Ball at ground level, picked up by Kelly. Gave it back towards Coates. He didn't have it. Got tackled. Ball still in dispute. Punched it out. Hellman picked it up. Jammed it on the boot. Who's going to be first there? Running at it. Walking to try and bend his back over the top was... who was that? Nicholas Pay. Couldn't quite get it out. Umpire said eventually, give it to me and I'll ball it up.
8-point ball game here in the grand final. 18 minutes gone. Plenty of time, but Chikuna need to get the skates on and they need to find a target up front. They won't do it like that. They've tried it 2 or 3 times and again, the easy intercept mark has been taken, this time by Lachlan Ross.
Chips it out wide. Finds Dalrymple. Michael Dalrymple just chips it over the top and finds Gillingham. He's been dangerous on that wing. Chips it out wide. Run, Jesse Clark. Outside forward 50, lowers the eyes. Coming out, Hayes couldn't take it. Well done by Hammond. Picking it up was Hellman. Dived in hard. Fairing there, picks it up and is tackled over the line. And another throw in front of the big crowd over there in front of the Leisure Centre. Deep into this final quarter. We've played 19 minutes. And it is 45 plays 37. The Kerrang side in front at the moment. Deep into attack again.
Collingwood are on the board with the goal. Sydney 4-2. Collingwood 1 straight from the boundary throw. And Kerrang had the footy. It's an up and under. Joel Hellman sets himself. And it's all about what Bricky said earlier in the game. Structures. They have to get the structure right, Gooner Kangas. They won't kick goals just unloading with long bombs. They've kicked to grass. They've kicked it to space. The ball's going to sit. Will it stay in the field of play or come out? Kerrang wanted out. And it in fact has gone out. Josh Hand, happy to see it in the hands of the boundary umpire. True centre wing. Kerrang in control by 8 points. Gooner Kangas, Stewie, ringing the changes.
Yeah, they are. The 4 changes just then. They brought 4 guys on with a bit more run.
Ball off the pack.
Here's one of them.
Got it wrong and wide. Went straight through his legs there. Tyson Finlay, next year's coach, picked up by Heavyside. Gave it off to Kelly. He toe poked it through the middle. They've got run. Ginsky off and running. He runs, takes 1 bounce. Gets to the arc of 50, goes out wide, looking for Booth. He's got a player in support in Hunter. Good work though by Hammond. Deep into attack, they need to dive on it, they have. And it'll be pulled up as Patterson and the team of Metherell gets up off the ground. It is right in the pocket in front of the Swan Hill social rooms here. Final quarter, ticking into time on. Conforti was it, just got tackled, brought to ground. And it eventually will be another ball up, still in the same place, deep into that, defensive for the Kangas and attacking for the Blues.
Massive crowd in front of the grandstand area here. The ball comes to ground, picked up there quickly by Booth, who kicked that miraculous goal earlier on, but a free going the way of Kangas. And we're waiting for the players to get up from underneath.
It's a free kick.
It is a free kick, and it's going the way of Jake Hammond, who was being good, but the kick is going to put pressure on Archard here. Is he up to it? No, he's given a little shove. The ball comes out wide. Player cannot get an opportunity to get away with the footing. That player was Patrick Doyle, wrapped up in the tackle, and central umpire calls for the ball up.
Ball be thrown up on half forward. Archard gets it straight down and gets it to Hellman. He banks it on the boot, puts it way up. Oh, Rock takes a magnificent mark, and that is a big contender for the Swan Hill Hire mark of the day. Johnson got him late, and he took a super mark going back with the flight of the ball, and it's a 50-metre penalty, and it's going to go right down, and Lachlan Ross, the ex-Sanders, last year's best and fairest player with the Dragons. That is the very, very short 50-metre penalty. He'll chip it over and find Ryan Gillingham still inside the square. He'll play on. He'll get on that right boot. He'll get a Shepherd. He runs to the arc of 50. Bangs it on the boot long and deep. Can someone take a mark? Front square. No one can pick it up. A little handball out the front. Picked up by Curran. Over the shoulder. It hasn't come back. It's gone through for a minor score. 6:10:46. They lead the Kangas 5-7-37. 22 minutes played. Final quarter on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
Coast-to-coast footy required for Kahuna Kangas. If they can get a goal, they have a sniff. If they can't, they're in trouble. The ball comes to the front of the pack. Big tackle applied. Ball goes to ground in underneath. Marty Kelly put the tackle in and ensured the ball was absolutely going nowhere. Now Kahuna Kangas need to, I think, relax, get the ball forward, get their forward structure right, because if the ball comes out of this pack, they need to be in there and on it. Not able to do it. The ball comes under Kelly. Kelly gets the hands out quickly. A chance for the Blues. A little look across by Kling and Claire Var. Did it carry the required distance? It did, because the umpire said so, and the mark has been taken for them on the outer, directly in front. Will kick from about 60 metres out. Man on the mark's going to walk forward, and the play from the footy is Hall, who goes out wide, looks for and finds Lockie Ross.
Well, probably conceded a bit of ground, but Curnow comes down. Ross just chips it inside, finds Bryce Curnow.
He's played well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he just does what he has to do. Chips it out wide, diving. Good mark, taken by Stagg. And the three ex-Bendigo boys just ring it together. They're playing for time now. Just chips it back. Concedes about 20 metres, just finds a teammate there in hand, and then he chips it over the top and finds Lockie Ross again.
Team's been good this quarter is Gillingham.
Oh, magnificent.
Kick down the ground. Big leap over the back, contended by Jake Hammond for the mark of the day, if you don't mind. He's in my book for earlier on in the game, and his kick has been taken long. Can they get a mark, Kahuna Kangas? They can't. The ball comes forward to the play. In underneath there is Findlay. Looks down the ground. We need a mark. If you can get one, Kahuna Kangas. Was it an infringement? No. They want it. The ball's gone to ground. It's come out the back, and Marty Kelly has got the ball deep in the defensive zone. He looks across and finds a teammate in Josh Hunter.
They've got plenty of numbers. Hall's the target. Still doesn't hit the target. Needs to get it. Does. Gives it back to Darryl Ripple. Oh, a little chip around the corner and finds Heavyside. He's been good this quarter as well, Sam Heavyside. Just taken. Smith just came on the ground. Now he runs around Toma. Puts it towards half forward. Booth got up. Couldn't take the mark. Tapped it on. Coates is going to run onto it. Can he stop? Steady. Kick the sealer. Missed it. Through for a minor score. 6:11:47. 5-7-37. Played 25 minutes in this final quarter of the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard, and they need to go coast to coast.
They do exactly that, and Tommy Metherell knows it, so he's unloaded. Will the ball carry the pack to their advantage or to Karangs? It's in fact to Karangs, and Ryan Gillingham, who we said has had plenty, gets the footy, but the kick errant. And Kahuna Kangas have taken the mark rather timely on the half-back flank, but you cannot wait, Kahuna Kangas. You need to pull the trigger on every occasion. They do. They kick, looking for the player in Hammond. Not able to get it. The ball comes back in his general direction. He's tired. Can he get up and get the footy? I don't know that he can, but somebody else has. And they've got the ball. Get it, and it's Doyle. Patrick gives the hands out the back. Players the call. Got one loose in the centre. If they can hit a target, and that player is Toma. Wants the footy, wants the free kick. Not able to get the free kick, but he's got the mark down the ground. Oh, good effort here by Cook. Had the ball come to ground in front of him. Cooks gets it, gives the hands wide if he can get it, but Riley Smith with leg speed, as we know he can, gets in front and gets the ball shot back out in his direction.
Got it off Ross. Has to run. Went inside on. Dalglish just not quite getting it. It's going to be a free kick, is it? It's going back to Riley Smith. It's going to be a free kick to Kerrang. And he's sending Joel Hellman off. He's giving him a yellow card. Umpire says that's 15 minutes to Joel Hellman. That will be the end of his season 2022. There'll be one team man down as Dalglish takes the kick and chips it over and finds a teammate in Michael Dalrymple on centre wing grandstand side.
Been good. Dalrymple kicks the up and under, true centre wing, just goes for a height, kicks the ball down. Will he get the second grab? No, he couldn't. The player I'm talking about was Hammett. The ball comes out the back. A chance for Kahuna. Kangas, but a better chance will it be in front for Kerrang? No, not able to be forced out. Time, the absolute enemy. We're into 27-minute mark, deep in red time here at the moment, and it is a 10-point lead to Kerrang, which means a couple of goals needed for Kahuna, and they've kicked only 5 for the day.
Ball off the pack. Neither ruckman could really get anyone on the end of it. Eventually it's held up, and it will be balled up right on the arc of 50 grandstand side. Deep into attack for the Kerrang side. Coates gets the little handball underneath, tries to find Kelly. He picked it up. There's the side! It is all over for 2022, and it is the Kerrang Blues who have come out on top. They win their premiership again this season in 2022. Bryce Curnow and Troy Coates, co-coaches, have been able to do it again and get the Blues over the line. They've been probably the best side in it nearly all season. Had a little lapse of concentration through the final part of the season where they weren't able.
Johnson Blues. Number 44, Washington Ross. Number 47, Joshua Hunter. Number 42, joint coach, Bryce Gurno. Number 9, joint coach, Roy Coates.
Thanks very much, Karina. Boys, please. Taking volunteers, certainly a lot of people who want to have this talk for a year, so you guys are making things happen. To everyone, all the spectators, you're fantastic. Really much more than that, so thank you very much. To our players, we've spoken about adversity, we're doing so the last month. Like the kids in their car, broken hands, all that sort of stuff, through Achilles. Left shoulder, all that stuff, doesn't mean nothing to us. We're a big W, we're doing it, right, eh?
And we'll get that opportunity to come up, please. And I'll get this man from 3 a.m. to present the Premiership Cup to the